went into whatsoever, and made a tremendous number of mistakes for the first year. I mean, still make mistakes every year, but I think, but hopefully learning as we go and improving things. But we just didn't have any production experience, so we came in kind of knowing how we wanted to write it, but not knowing anything about the casting process, the editing process, working with visual effects, working with a production designer, all that stuff that you need to know. And it's been a steep learning curve.
They would get behind a project and they would give it a solid commitment.
We'd never produced anything for television before. We'd never produced anything for film or internet or anything. We'd written before, but we never produced. So when we went to George, probably it was probably like that bluff where you mistakenly think you have a straight and you actually don't. But we were so confident that I think we convinced George that, well, these guys seem like they really know what they're doing.
I said, I want it done. I want a faithful adaptation of the books. And they said, that's what we want to do.
Yeah. 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 Still frustrating. Still annoying after all this time. Anyway, allow me to bring in my guests. First off, the White Dragon.
Welcome to the depressing show. Remember how shittily my favorite show ended.
Mm-hmm. Indeed. And our my resident co-host also just popped into the background as I was bringing you in. Let me bring in Neph Champion.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Hey, how's it going? Now I gotta bring in your cult boy.
The current Wolf Lord of the Space Wolves is Logan Grimnar, also known as the Old Wolf. He rules from the Hall of the Great Wolf, together with his Wolf Lords such as Herald Deathwolf, Eagle Ironwolf, and Bjorn Stormwolf.
All I got out of that was wolf, 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 and wolf.
The Space Wolves are incredibly uninspired.
After getting tased, beaten, stunned to death, as well as having talked to God himself, I finally managed to hop in the car and get the hell out of town. And that's how I beat up 20 cops and got out of Vegas.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty. And our last guest for the time being, maybe Count Valerian will show up. Adrastia van Lustra. Welcome.
My old enemy. You cannot hide from me.
Bring on the exterminatus, fellas.
I love that clip. That clip is so cool.
Yes, Angel of Death. Those are always fun.
Yeah,
Yes.
got a pretty faithful PFP for it this time. If you're confused, it's Sanguinius from Warhammer 40k for the Imperium.
Oh man, Sanguinius, the perfect angel. May for rest in peace.
I got my scabbard for Sting today, so that's quite exciting.
Woo! So I'm just getting it set up so that I can share the screen when needed.
Do it. We don't want you to crash. We don't want you to die again.
Oh, I think we should be sort of fine.
Jail him.
Should be sort of fine if I only do it for a few seconds, and if it's just the Kindle reader. As long as it's not YouTube or a video, then we should be fine. Alrighty.
That's now, everybody.
Yeah, I can't wait for your new computer to show up.
Yeah, it's not. I don't know when it's going to show up Friday. I think probably the first time I'll be able to use it is maybe Sunday evening. Maybe since I got a lot going on Saturday. Well, depending. Maybe Saturday evening. I'm not sure. Not sure. Some things may come up. Anyway. Okay, so we are on chapter 26. Shipping out. Fewer episodes, but bigger and hopefully better was the strategy going into season 7.
And put a
The
massive
bigger they
X.
are, the harder they fall.
And instant fail.
Yeah. Less
Preston.
episodes means that more stuff has to be crammed into the episodes. The
That's
more
yeah.
episodes you have, the better.
The
And then they
button
rush
X.
through all that extra stuff and spend a bunch of time just padding.
The
Chair.
button
Yeah.
X down.
Cheers, yeah.
And one of those episodes is as long as 2 episodes, so it's
And
really
half of them are
8.
just silence.
Yeah, and also like
1
the
hour of
fast-travel
walking and
BS.
staring in the finale.
Yeah,
And moving
and you got-
chairs.
and you got the worst romance in the history of anything. Even Twilight is not as bad as the romance between John and Danny.
I think you really underestimate the romance. I don't think you had. I don't know. Did John or Danny stalk one another? Like
No,
viciously?
I mean they actually have a reason to like each other in Twilight.
Yeah, but it wasn't all that fucked up.
Uh-huh. But they still have talks. They still discuss things.
Define talks.
They still discuss how they feel about things. John and Danny don't really talk about much, and then they're just banging at the end of the season.
Well,
So
listen.
basically, there's actually interaction and maybe chemistry between Bella and Edward, whereas there isn't any between John and
Danny.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
the closest thing they have to a romantic scene is talking in an obsidian cave with a couple of drawings.
Yes, Twilight is actually entertaining because you can't quite beat "You're like my own personal brand of heroin."
Oh my god, that line is so bad.
Yep. Okay. The reduced count came with behind-the-scenes benefits. Fewer hours made it so the Thrones could save money on some things, such as cash dollars that were paid by the episode, and spend more on others, such as visual effects.
Cocaine and hookers, as well as
Boats and hoes, boats and hoes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Good
I
lord,
was thinking,
no.
I was thinking a cabin and hose, since that's where Benioff and Weiss said that. Hey, for the next for the final 2 episodes, we're going to be hiding out in a cabin with our wives, getting drunk.
well,
How is that any different than their normal behavior?
if anything,
Well, this one they're just staying away from the internet, though. I imagine he brought a laptop to check. How's the rating doing? Oh, it's all a bunch of haters. Oh, it's Rotten
Yeah.
Tomato. It's the Rotten
Yeah.
Tomatoes critical score. Oh, yeah. As far as I am aware, it is impossible to review bomb the critical score on Rotten Tomatoes, much as I don't like Rotten Tomatoes.
if only you could actually review bomb it.
Yeah.
I mean, Rotten Tomatoes has always been shit. It's just been even
Yeah.
more shit recently.
Yeah.
You
So
know,
at least-
True.
Don't it mean that if you a review bomb with Rotten Tomatoes would just be putting shit in tomatoes?
Yeah. So season 7 took 6 months to film, the same as previous years. Yet every element was labored on with more care.
Oh god.
Press
No,
X
man.
and out.
Wait. Then if that's true, then they shouldn't they have spent a lot more time on it?
It's a load of horse shit.
Yeah, that's
Season 7 before season 8. It was like had one of the worst episodes in the entire show.
The White
Yeah.
Hunt.
So I think that like the production looks really good. Like it looks very real. Like everything looks real. Nothing looks fake as far as I can see on either of these. Like they gave this a substantial like cost upgrade. But it's just like, no, you didn't put any effort into the script, Mr. Benioff. So
Imagine my shock.
you know, so yeah, so this is what I'm talking about. He actually says it. Apparently, they spent what you normally spent in 10 episodes, you spent shooting 7.
How do you take the same amount of time producing less episodes than you did producing 10?
I
They were
do
longer
not
with
know.
more padding.
Oh,
Oh
right.
my god. There shouldn't have been any padding for this, just story, because this is the end.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
you shouldn't have any padding, period, but especially not now.
It's one of the best. It had one of the
It's like
worst
fluffing up a
episodes
broken condom.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
Yeah.
at least the broken condom functions better than this.
That's
Yeah.
true.
that
They
is
probably
true.
do.
Okay.
It's not as effective as a regular one, but it's worked somewhat.
Okay. So, in addition, the show's storyline brought more main characters together for longer stretches than ever before, and many actors were getting an unprecedented amount of screen time. And true. Before, if you had all your scenes together, it wouldn't amount to much, Kit Harington said. Now
Well, it did
everybody was left with more to do. Okay. And given that making Thrones can be grueling, much of the cast found themselves working harder and longer. You would think fewer episodes meant less work, Nikolai Castrovaldo, also known as Jaime Lannister, said. But it was actually much more intense than before. Huh?
What?
Okay. Wow, that is weird. That's very strange.
I mean, they got more grueling with the action scenes. I'll give
That
them
is
that.
true.
And they kept on having the actors do the same action takes over and over and over.
Damn.
That is true. That is true. They are definitely they have definitely a problem with exhausting their actors in action scenes because they just can't have them do it over and over again without fully understanding the limits of human endurance.
I mean,
No,
those
they
brothel
really,
scenes,
really don't.
Yeah,
You
those
say
were-
fully as if they have any understanding whatsoever.
Are they
Okay.
even human?
Yeah, I mean, even those brothel scenes. I don't know how many times you can watch those. You can do that take over and over again before you run out
Well,
of
so
stuff to do.
so many that one of the extras refused to put a robe back on.
I think that. Yeah, I think like one of the. Yeah, I think there was at one point where like in the back room, like because like they're like having to strip down so much, they just said no, we'll just go nude the whole time and not even worry about it. And for whatever reason, Mr. Benioff was just playing Words with Friends with her instead of working on the show that he was paid lots and lots of money to work on. Maybe he was on break, but apparently that was on the day that this Jaime Cersei quote-unquote rape scene happened.
It wasn't even supposed to be one. It was just filmed like it was.
I mean,
Yeah,
the funniest part of that is that Charles Dance was right next to him trying to read a script.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Oh.
Well, considering that Charles Dance is a Chad, so Ed, he totally can do it without being distracted by the horrors of Babylon.
He's the lion.
Benioff
He's
is
superior.
tired. Take him to his room.
Charles Dance is the lion. He's slightly less inferior than the Shad, but he's far more superior than the Chad.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, he looks to be in pretty good shape for a 70-year-old.
I'll
Yeah.
be back in a minute or so.
Alrighty. David Benioff. We imagine the penultimate season would ramp into the final season with less action and more conversation.
Oh man.
Well, that
didn't
certainly
make well.
did not happen.
Oh my god! Oh wow! Dang!
It's
Oh
like all that
man!
last 2 seasons was is just Hollywood bullshit the whole fucking time.
If we're hoping
And-
to include less condoms and more hardcore rawness.
Yeah, and we told producer Bernadette Caulfield that. Then we started planning and realized all the conflicts that were about to occur. Really? So the notion that you plan this out is very, very is BS.
Plan it out.
Yeah. And apparently, like, they handed Bernadette Caulfield, the producer, the schedule, and she was like, WTF, this isn't going to be relaxing. This is going to kill everybody just like last year. And keep in mind, last year was Battle of the Bastards.
70 live horses much?
Yeah.
Please
Yeah,
stop.
maybe
There's
a little
only-
too much.
Mm-hmm.
Please stop. There's only so much I can do.
Yeah.
It's like playing a game of Twister that goes on for forever.
Yeah.
It involves a lot more broken limbs.
Unless
So-
you're
The
Mr.
problem is that David and Dan apparently think that they can twist themselves like spaghetti, and it's still gonna work.
Unironically, yeah.
No, I
All
think
right,
there's-
I'm back. Did I miss anything?
No,
I don't know,
not
at
really.
At least David and Dan were creative enough, and at least David and Dan were slightly more creative than the Star Wars and Republic writers that didn't include a fucking rock.
Mr. Wolf, did you realize what happened in the season 8, episode 3?
I know.
Yeah.
That's stupidity. They didn't actually make the rock important.
So here's the difference, though. Kubrick's mostly having his actors do dialogue scenes over and over again, stuff that's like minimal effort. These guys are having them do very grueling action scenes, and there are actual clips online of the production where Rory McCann, who's this giant 6'3", 6'5" guy, is leaning over, look like he's about to throw up or pass out or both.
Ouch. Yeah, that's not how you treat your actors. I'm sorry. If you have to do more takes
Yeah.
for the action, then you should let them rest between
Yeah.
takes.
Yeah, and I imagine that probably a lot of the problem with that was just the bad time management. They were probably like, we're in a rush or we want this to be exactly like we envision it, which is just like, you don't even know how basic cinematography works. You don't even know how basic script mechanics work.
Scripts? What are those?
Like,
Yeah,
and I-
basically.
Where things you
What's a
write like a
script? I never
novel.
heard of this thing you were talking
And
about.
And I'm
Sounds
just
like
like,
a high-level-
I wish that I were being hyperbolic with that, but they have admitted as much out of their own mouths that we don't understand.
We have read the script.
Yeah,
they
they-
read like a fucking novel.
Yeah, they're not like they are factually not scripts by every technical definition of the word, as well as like they don't understand how production works because they just have so many like problems that are just amateur rookie mistakes.
That they never
But the-
learn from.
Yeah, amateur rookie mistakes that come in and do those mistakes, but then they keep doing that after 9 years.
Ugh.
And they're doing, and it's the same thing over and over and over again. Hello.
Hey, Bishop.
Hi, Bishop.
Hi. Hi, Becca. Hey, Nihilus.
Well, I need to figure out though where Ryan Johnson got all his coke from for Crate.
Well,
Yes, I honestly
Well, we
gotta
got
think
the-
that I don't think that's salt on Crate. I think that's actually coke.
well, the thing is, well, since we got the Snyder cut, Disney Star Wars fans might see, oh, the Snyder fans got their Snyder cut. let's bug Disney until they make Rian Johnson's trilogy. Same difference.
Or, a director's cut of whatever movie had the most footage that ended up on the cutting room floor.
That would probably be Rise of Skywalker. Last Jedi was pretty much just nothing. As far as I am aware, very little was cut. Like it had a really smooth production. There were no reshoots at all. He just did it. Used his first draft script. Didn't even edit it. Didn't reevaluate it, and just went with it. And it's crap. But we will move away from that.
Yeah.
So
for a good reason.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
We'll only bring it up as like slight comparisons because they're very similar. Just this is more sustained stupidity over
time. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's more sustained stupidity over something like 6 hours as opposed to 2. So,
which makes it worse.
Yeah, it's a little bit more impressive. Okay. So when the season starts, Dany gets home, climbs the ancient stone steps to take the throne of her ancestor to Dragonstone. Why is Cersei not occupied the crap out of Dragonstone? That makes no sense.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't.
After like Stannis, and also like why would Dany go to Dragonstone? Dragonstone is very, very close to her enemy territory. Just go to Dorne and then go north. Or just land in the Reach, take the Stormlands. The Stormlands probably hate the Lannisters. They'd probably come to you. And this march on King's Landing. But no, we're just going to march on Dragonstone, and then Tyrion is going to be the biggest moron in the whole history of Westerosi warfare, apart from maybe... Who's dumber?
I really hate Tyrion. He got me killed. So
who's dumber between the two you may ask? I say it's Benioff. Or
No,
Vice is just
like
the
It's really too bad that they had no military experts on hand when they were doing this stuff.
Or just have Martin. Martin's actually like a big is a history nerd. He's one of the biggest history nerds on the face of the planet. It's why he loves putting history stuff in here. Yeah, and it's very much that was definitely a sign of things to come, where it's very silent. Like it's just walking up the steps. Which is
people looking into the camera with faces that's supposed to look sad and shocked.
Samurai Jack did the silent part better.
That's because Samurai Jack is 90% action with very minimal dialogue and is mostly just a contained 20-minute show where the story doesn't really matter that much.
Well, that's true, but they still did the silent action better.
Well, it's just you can't. Yeah, I think the problem is you cannot do that in a show like this. Like they're very, very different. Oh yeah, that's not in question. No, I think David. Yeah.
I think we have a new nickname for it.
Well, Wenioff is the mixture of the two names. It's like Zutara or other mixing of names. Yeah, Kurosawa did, and they, for whatever reason, these guys think that these guys are citing Akira Kurosawa. Yeah, Raylo. Yeah, Akira Kurosawa thing. They say Akira Kurosawa is their main influences, but in reality, they don't really get Kurosawa like at all.
I haven't watched the
No, they
Kurosawa
don't.
film. I haven't even watched the
he's
Kurosawa
great.
film, and I pretty much can tell that there's about like BS because I highly doubt that that's a Kurosawa film format.
Oh, I think that they watched it. They just don't understand how things work.
No,
Yeah,
they don't,
they don't-
because
they
they
don't
watch the
analyze it.
movies and not the documentaries about the damn movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also they don't.
And they don't analyze it. They don't scrutinize how it works.
Yeah.
No, they get lost
like-
in the entertainment.
Like they don't. Yeah, and they don't fully think like when Miguel Sapochnik was watching Akira Kurosawa, he's like, we can't physically do some of these things. There are animal rights laws in place that would skewer us alive if we did this.
Not to mention all the pet owners and horse owners. Specifically the horse owners.
Yep. Please welcome our resident curmudgeon.
Boomer. Oh, great, the boomers here.
Oh,
Greetings, you all.
boomer.
Yep.
Greetings.
Boomer. Sorry.
Okay.
Okay.
Alrighty.
What I missed? I heard something about horses that sounded ominous.
Apparently they did just about the same amount of work for 7 episodes that they would for 10 in season 7. And the production manager said, this is going to kill everyone just like Battle of the Bastards last year.
And of course, they didn't listen.
Yep.
Well, but they know, so they know better, so shut up.
Yeah.
That's just your opinion.
Oh.
Cancel John.
I know.
No, I'm gonna let's put Dunn back in the grave.
But what was that bit about everyone's gonna get killed? Who said that?
Basically, they handed Bernie the schedule, and she was like, "WTF? This isn't going to be relaxing. This is going to kill everyone, just like last year."
Yeah.
WTF? Did she actually say? I'm sorry. Did she actually say WTF?
She said what at the bleep.
Okay, good enough.
What the fuck? Come on, Dunn. Don't be sensitive.
No, it's okay. I know what he means.
Racist.
I don't. That's just your opinion. I don't swear. Wrong.
Yeah, and I try to keep my swearing to a minimum, so.
Yeah.
No,
I just don't care.
Yeah.
Only when I'm peeved, pissed, and breathing.
Yeah.
The only time I cussed on stream was when I was having a problem with my computer, my old computer, and I thought I wasn't being mic'd, but I actually was being mic'd.
Okay.
Oh, right. Also, when I'm drunk, I tend to swear quite a lot when I'm drunk.
Yeah. So, keeping going, on Dragonstone, Dany met a delegation from Winterfell led by Jon Snow as King of the North, attempting to convince her to focus on the army of the dead. Ice and Fire.
Delegation, i.e., 2 people.
Yeah.
Oh, can I bring up the fact that she, in this particular instance, she could have just taken over King's Landing first and then deal with the White Walkers?
Yep, exactly.
It'll be so many bleeps. That's funny.
Oh, I need a link to this thing. Oof.
Yeah. Finally, Ice and Fire had come together, and there was a tremendous amount of pressure to get their long-awaited meeting just right, particularly since the characters were destined to become lovers at the end of the season.
Oh my god. If
Wait,
they
what was
were
that?
really destined to become lovers by the end of the
Destined to
show,
become
then there should
lovers.
have been hints throughout every single season
It just
before that.
happened.
Not
There's no setup.
the problem is they had never met before the beginning of the season since they're on opposite continents, and
Who never met before? I'm sorry, I missed because you were laughing so hard.
Jon Snow and Dany.
Destined to become lovers by the end of the season. But there's a way to get around that. You can put letters from the two characters.
Well, how?
How?
Never. Well, the thing, the problem with that is
You didn't even know Denny existed until season 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dany was kind of like she was kind of stuck in the Dothraki Sea and trying to avoid getting having nasty things happen to her and burning tulls and stuff.
Well, if they were supposed to be lovers by the end of it, then when they were first introduced to each other, there should have been hints after that.
Yes.
So basically 5 episodes.
Yes, it was very, very, very subtle. It was very subtle, and if you blinked, you missed it.
And
but I wasn't blinking though, and I still missed it.
Yes.
Ironically, a little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems more like a fan fiction. It seems more like a fan fiction idea than something
Yeah.
actually canon.
It literally is.
Yeah. Well, I don't. Well, this is just. I don't think this is. We need to come up with a different word for it than fan fiction because these guys are. I've read fan fiction writers that write better than D&D.
You
Yeah,
have
so
fan
have I.
fiction writers.
What they have is corporate fiction.
And
Not even that.
You have
this is corporate. Corporate would have been coming up with a safe, predictable ending. This is not corporate at all. This is the ramblings of a madman.
Diary
It's
of a madman.
It's whimfic.
Walk the line.
It's
WHIM.
Maybe we should call it like toy fiction. They're just playing with action figures essentially.
Let's go with that. It's toy fiction.
Okay.
Hold on. Before we go any further, to clarify toys.
Yeah, but the toys are offended now. You've hurt the toys' feelings.
You're gonna to clarify by toys, my good sir.
Yeah, the sequels are very corporate fiction.
Mm-hmm.
Game of Thrones is too crazy.
Two crazy man children playing with toys and making a story out of it.
Yeah.
Kind of like we used to do when we were 8 years old.
Yeah.
Except that our games are probably better than theirs, though.
Yeah, that's true.
Nihilist has it.
I mean, heck,
Playground fiction, yeah.
I mean, no, that sounds like playground fiction. The kids on the playground come up with better stories than Game of Thrones.
So, and like it goes, and also with like the story of John and Daddy, it's just like he refuses to bow, and just they're frustrated with each other, and then the second to last episode, he finally like says like, "I am a king. I don't need your permission to leave." And then in the next episode, he's gone to the wall on the stupid white hunt, and then the next episode after that, they're banging at the very end of the very last 5 minutes of the last 10 minutes of the episode.
Yeah,
more like last 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope you don't mind. I just linked to this in the forums. I did in Gray Area. In Gray Area's Discord, and in the forums, the Forum of Ice and Fire.
I just like the idea that freaking that she wasn't even worried about her dragon dying. She was like, "Oh no, my new boyfriend that I just met like 2 minutes ago."
It just showed you were never Bobby's favorite, White.
She looked a little sad at him. She looked a little sad when he died, though, for a few minutes.
No, she looked kind of like mildly like, "Oh, great."
Well, it just revealed what she thought of you. She thought you were a mild inconvenience.
She was more annoyed you died than sad.
Your mother never loved you. Sorry.
Who would agree?
I'm not your mother last night.
There was insistent that there was sexual tension. Not really.
There's not even chemistry.
No, there's not an awful lot.
The thing
It
is, Kit
would-
Harington and Rose Leslie, they had a lot of chemistry.
Yeah,
So
they got
it was
married.
Even
way
married.
easier to buy that.
It
Yeah.
would have worked if they just, had them get a friendly alliance. That would have worked. Okay.
Yeah.
But
And also, like,
no.
there's weird hints that she's going to get pregnant at the end of season 7 that they just dropped in season 8.
Well,
Yeah.
Same with Cersei.
It would kind of make John look not so good if he stabbed the pregnant woman. So,
Yeah, probably.
Oh yeah, that wouldn't have done.
Yeah. Well, we do know that, like, Cersei's been, like, pregnant for a long time, and yet, for whatever reason, she ain't showing.
oh, you mean like Family
She's been
Guy?
pregnant for 2 years, and we never got a plotline resolved.
It's kind of like Padme
Kind of
in
like-
Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah, true.
It reminds me of
Joe's
Gilly's
wife from
baby.
Family Guy.
Oh, yeah, Gilly's baby, where Gilly's baby, it's been, like...
Never ages.
No, it never ages. It's weird.
Still a baby after all this time.
I think it aged
So-
a little. I think it aged a little bit in the last year, in the last season.
Well, they kind of
Yeah.
remembered, so.
Kind of remembered.
Yeah. So, Amelia Clark, Kit and I were very close, so acting opposite from the beginning was difficult because we just giggled our way through it. Our entire friendship had been not acting together. Both of us are going, what are you doing on my set? Kit Harington, we were both kind of freaking out. With the movie, you meet the other actor for the first time, you develop that chemistry over time. But if you've known somebody for over 7 years and shared this incredible journey in your lives together and watched their character on screen for 7 years, it's a unique experience to be in, and you know the world is watching. David Benioff, that scene wasn't so much about instant chemistry.
Oh, that scene wasn't so much about instant chemistry. Is that what you just
Instant
said?
chemistry.
Yes. Yeah. So, oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Especially considering that comment from a few minutes ago. Let me actually share that. That's hilarious. It's amazing.
Wasn't so much about instant chemistry.
It's about two monarchs coming together and the conflict between them.
Wow, that's contradicting itself already.
So it's funny that it's fun that there wasn't chemistry. Oh.
Well, then they should
dear.
have made
Nah,
it like
it was just awkward.
Well, I guess
Yeah.
the writer of this book kind of forgot.
Yeah.
kind- two
so-
monarchs coming together. I mean, that's what it came. Oh, sorry.
Oh, shall I pull it back up?
Yeah, that's what it came off as, was two monarchs rather than instant chemistry. So in a sense, it worked.
Yeah. And apparently, like,
In a sense.
oh, this is fun. I'm about to get to a
Uh-uh.
fun thing.
Oh,
Okay.
dear.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
Okay, so it's fun because there wasn't chemistry, emphasis on the wasn't. He's annoying and there's conflict between. He's annoying and she's annoying, and somehow we've got to figure out how to try and make peace.
Okay.
What?
You
It's
know, it's
even-
possible for them to disagree on minor things and still have an alliance. But
It's,
But he's
so they
annoying,
try to
like,
solve their problem by banging. Okay.
Mm.
Okay, he's annoying and she's annoying. And what came after that?
And there's he's annoying and she's annoying, and somehow we've got to try and make peace.
Okay, fair enough.
So
it would have made more sense. I mean, the banging does kind of make sense because that could be a political alliance through marriage. But
no, they don't get married. They just bang on a boat because they
that's
think
why
whoever's
it doesn't
attractive.
work.
What happened?
Well, if they
That's
married,
why it
then
doesn't
season eight's
work.
plotline would fall apart
Yep.
instantly.
The Battle of Stairs. Yep. Yep. No, that's
That
an
was the
actual,
stairs.
that is an actual line. That is an actual line. That is an actual line. Amelia Clark said, it felt like the Battle of Stairs.
Yeah.
He
I mean,
faces
well,
these performances.
Yeah, morals are weirdly Hollywood too. I mean, people don't bother getting married; they just bang, and then the next night there's like, whatever. It gets out of hand in season 8.
Yep. But yeah, this is an example of
most of all these performances, these faces.
Oh,
Oh my
Nihilus.
god, I hate
Cornelius.
those.
Hey, Dunn, do you know the file where Dragon shared that really creepy clip where Benioff's talking about this person's face?
Yes,
I don't.
Nihilus.
I don't have
believe
that.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
You need
Yes.
to. I don't know where to even begin to look for that.
Yeah. So, Kit Harington, you got to take yourself out of the mindset of the viewer. As far as John knows, he's meeting this queen he's heard about and is trying to negotiate her with her. He's not meeting the Daenerys whom the audience is watching. That helps with the surprise of it. He walks in the room and doesn't expect to see such a beautiful young woman of similar age to him. Any young man's reaction is going to be, okay, ... But he puts that aside because he has to.
She's cute as a bug.
Yeah. Yeah, Amelia Clark is super cute, but I'm not putting that in the script. That's stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brian Cogman, there was a 7-page dialogue scene where they just stay put it.
Where is that? Is that actually in the episode?
No.
I think it might. I don't know. I think people are so used to the excellence of our cast that they take that for granted. As opposed to staying put and staring meaninglessly into the camera, like you seem to really like for whatever reason.
The Battle of the Constipated Stairs, says Akash.
Mm-hmm. Indeed.
Oh yeah, I mean, they probably give him Laxodon.
Oh man, this part is this part is hilarious. This part is so funny. Wight, would you read this highlighted section, please?
If you really pick apart the last 2 seasons, we just as devoted as the character like and most we've never been.
Oh,
bullshit! Bullshit!
Keep it on the
bullshit.
You're right. That's hilarious.
Keep that on screen, please.
Oh my god!
Oh, good lord!
Oh man,
Keep that on screen.
This part's also awful.
Can you please keep that on screen? Thank you.
Yes, I will. Yes, I will. I'm planning on it. Oh man, this part.
There's a streak in Benioff that's willful. He likes to stir up the shit. When we first meet Daenerys, Benioff and director Mark Mylod wanted Davos to have a crush on
Miss Sunday.
Okay.
This time, my Sunday.
My Sunday, yes.
My Sunday.
I'm not bleeping doing it. It's the only thing I ever stood up to them on. The woman is a goddess, but with Davos' history with Lyanna moment and Shireen, you can't have him getting the hots for a young woman.
Oh, not because he's married or anything.
Yeah.
He's a good person.
He kind of forgot he was married. One does.
Yeah.
I'm not 100% sure David wasn't just doing it to annoy me. You're undoing my hard work, engendering the sympathy of the. You're not undoing my hard work and engendering the sympathy of the audience to have him be a perv. Oh my god.
Okay, keep that on there. Oh, can you please put that back on there?
Yeah, no, Valerian, I put
This is my Sunday, and she's
Valerian. Check out Discord.
Can you please keep that on there?
Valerian,
you just yeah. Because we don't really need to see. I mean, they know who we are. They don't need to see us. We need to.
I am asking though, Valerian. Can you confirm?
Valerian, I posted it. I screen capped it in my Discord.
Okay, I'm looking now. I'm
Sorry.
looking now. That's all right. Yeah.
Huh.
Oh, now it's super small. So okay.
I just click on the image.
Yeah, I pulled it up. Sorry, I just barely clicked on the button. There's a slight delay. I apologize.
Okay, the next page.
So here's kind of the let's pause for a moment and discuss that. Wow. Ouch. I'd forgotten about this little bit. I'm just like, why?
Good question.
I'm just like,
the answer is probably Benioff is a pervert himself.
Yeah, that's the simplest answer, and it's the one that's correct.
Yeah.
Okay,
and also just the weirdest thing is it's just like this fits with Benioff's like impulsive like nuts behavior at times, and that he will either do pranks on people just cuz, and he's a pathological liar, which is not my word, his word. There's an actual interview where he says, I was a pathological liar as a kid.
Still is.
From the age of 6,
Still is.
mind you.
Yeah, he's not changing.
Was in place past tense.
And he's not like when it sets in that early, he's not changing it. This guy, like his parents sucked. His parents are terrible people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I have no reservation in saying that, because like he's maybe like there are things where he said like, oh my parents they just laughed when my teacher brought them in for an impromptu parent-teacher conference after I had been lying frequently, and I was a pathological liar as a kid. And they just laughed. They didn't do anything to me.
Emilia Clarke's like, I don't know why it's like it doesn't know why her character's falling in love with John.
Oh man, that's hilarious. Let's read that. And also like Davos Seaworth is played by Davos Seaworth's an old man. Both in the show and in the books. Like he's like what, 50?
I'll check it.
That's actually upper middle age.
Yeah. Well, like old for like Westeros.
Let's see, Davos.
Sympathy of the audience.
Yeah.
Well, he's at least 40.
Okay.
In the books.
Okay. So
I think he's older in the show.
Okay, yeah, he's probably, since like they age characters up by 3 years, so he's probably like 45-ish. So he's 45.
And also he's played by Liam Cunningham, who I'm pretty sure is older than 40.
Liam Cunningham.
Yeah, he's 60 almost.
He's 59 years old.
Oh, here's a good one. I would ask, what's the sexual tension in this scene? And she would be like, stop talking about sexual tension. Well, no comment.
Oh man, this is hilarious.
It's not like the sexual tension is supposed to be there.
Yeah.
Well, it's just
Oh, he looks good. He looks good for his age. Looks very good for his age. Especially since
he does indeed.
Yeah, the first time I ever
Charles Dance is older and he looks just as good.
Yeah. So the first thing I actually saw Liam Cunningham in was actually First Knight, where he plays one of King Arthur's knights, Sir Agravain.
Cool.
Like he's a really good swordsman too.
Liam Cunningham?
Yeah, not quite as good as Richard Gere, but he's pretty good. Okay, so over a succession of scenes on Dragonstone, John and Danny warm up to each other, while Clark and Harrington found it easier to perform together as well. Amelia, after we eased into it, it became the one who I felt like I truly felt like I'd met my match with. As actors, we truly spoke the same language, as opposed to like, how can I ... do you need me to ... It became the easiest thing in the world. Working with Kit was like sliding on your favorite jacket.
No comment.
That's sweet. I think that's sweet since they're probably like good buddies at this point. And as you brought up earlier, Kit Harington, I would ask, what's the sexual tension in the scene? She was like, stop talking about sexual tension.
Didn't these two date for a while in like 2016?
So basically that kind of moves into the fact that nobody's like they don't, not even really the actors technically like can feel the sexual tension in the scene.
Despite the fact that I'm pretty sure they've dated.
Yeah,
Yep.
probably.
And here we are. Davos the Perv Knight. Did we get that one?
Yeah.
And Becca saying you're insulting an old man, Tom.
I ain't insulting him. I lowballed his age.
Yeah. And then Nihilus brought up them smuggling explosives into Morocco again. We are never letting them live that down.
Yep.
Well, they don't care about us. We're mostly just memeing at this point.
Yeah.
And we're kind of just showing to the audience, this is what they're doing. And like also so that people don't have to read this dang book.
Yeah.
This book is...
We're suffering, so you don't have to.
And why? Because nobody else will do it.
Oh my gosh! What? Oh,
does it have to do with the white hunt?
Oh no, this is gonna get. Oh, this is so. Oh,
and Valeria died.
Oh
well.
Well, you know, he's you know his computer is constant uphill battle with him and his computer.
Mm-hmm. So, Amelia, let's get to this because this is terrible. Okay. Then Amelia, then John goes up to fight the White Walkers, and she's like, "Why don't I want you to go? Why don't I want you to? Don't fall for him. Don't do it. There was a battle going on in herself."
You should play the Dragon Demands clip right now.
Oh yeah.
What was that?
Yeah, let me find that real quick. I need to find it.
Oh, that's new. It shows the comments right in the full screen mode.
Only the private chat, and there goes Valerian.
Where the fuck was that?
Yeah. I'm with Dear Dragon on this.
Yeah. Okay. So, and I'm just like, A, where was that? B, that's just typical like Hollywood romance BS. So as John and Danny are trying to resist each other, Grey Worm and Miss Sunday are giving in to their passions and have their first love scene. Ah, cute.
Yeah, which was kind of unnecessary and dragged out.
Oh yeah. So Jacob Anderson, Grey Worm. When I first auditioned, the role description said Grey Worm and Missandei were siblings, so their romance was definitely a surprise.
What?
I think in the
book was that?
No. I thought Missandei's brother died.
I think so, yeah.
I'm pretty sure her brother is an Unsullied in the books.
Yeah, but he was dead.
He is an Unsullied, but it's not. He is an Unsullied, but he's Stalwart Shield, I think, with a couple other brothers. Definitely not Grey Worm.
Yeah.
I don't know what is like. Okay, two things. Oh my gosh. We're skipping ahead a bit, but what?
Yeah, let's cover the parts in between first, okay?
How did you forget that?
I'm sorry, what? And Valerian's shouting in the private chat in words I cannot understand.
He's speaking Lovecraft language.
No, I think that's just him trying to figure. You know, okay.
Oh God!
Which of his parts were exactly? You know, the penis is. Well, he could take out the
root,
the shaft,
root and stem.
Yep.
And acorns.
Mm-hmm.
Which is
Yeah,
very
there's nothing
explicit in the books, by the way.
And it's explicit in the show.
No, it's actually not explained in the show.
Oh, okay.
It's left ambiguous there.
Oh, really? It's like, I thought that they did say that they cut off root and stem in the 3rd season.
I'm pretty sure,
No.
like, oh yeah, we make them all eunuchs.
Pretty like everything else is there, right down to the nipple slicing, but not that part.
Wait, so they keep it a nipple slicing, but they don't describe exactly what it is they cut off.
Yeah, so if the junk has been removed, then how do they have that love scene?
He gives her cunnilingus.
Oh my god. Well, at least they weren't actually doing the
Horizontal hokey pokey.
The
Yeah.
beast with 2 backs.
because that's kind of impossible without the right equipment.
It's kind of hard to get it up when you don't have
Well,
anything
that's
to make
one way
you
to
get
put
it up.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. So, okay. So I wondered if this was going to be another incestuous situation. I'm just glad they didn't suddenly reveal that they were related. Just, man.
This is stupid.
Yes, it is very stupid. So, Natalie Emanuel, you're like, okay, I'm getting naked. Oh, man. And that was really strange.
How
to me.
old is she, by the way?
She's like 28 or something.
Let me check.
She's
Hang
about the
on.
same age as Amelia. She's maybe like somewhere between like 28 and 32.
She is 32 years old.
Oh, I was pretty close, actually.
No, actually, it was your second guess, 32.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, Valerian. I think that something might be wrong with your computer or something.
AKA another regular day in life for Valerian.
Mhm.
Actually, she's younger than
Apparently, Jacob Anderson is younger than Natalie Emanuel.
yeah, and Amelia Clark is older than both of them.
Yeah, Amelia Clark's like 33, 34 now.
34.
Okay.
Wasn't she like barely 18 in season 1?
I think she was like 20-ish.
I think they age her up to like 18 or 19.
I mean, I think like actually like I think you mean like age of the actress.
Yeah.
Yeah, age of the actress. I think she was like, since that's 2007, 2008 was I think when it started filming, but then got released in 2011. So she was about 20. She was about 19 or 20, if my math is right.
Yeah, she was born in 86.
She's a very, very yeah. Apparently, like Jon Snow is like really good at cunnilingus the first time he tries it. Though, admittedly, it's on a girl who's never had it before. So, yeah, what can you do?
Yeah. I think it's the beard.
Wait, she's only 4 years.
Yeah, she's about 19 or 20 in the show as well in season 1.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay, and the okay, I'm getting naked, and that was really strange for Jacob and me because we danced around that scenario and we become good mates, and now we got to be naked around each other. It was fine and done very really respectfully. Whether you're doing it many times or not at all, it's big deal. You feel like you're giving something quite vulnerable, and yes, it's hard. It helped me feel vulnerable and exposed in that scene, so it was good to use that energy, and it made it better. Huh.
Finally, I can hear you again. Sheesh. So annoying.
Oh wait, no, she was character-wise,
Simple-
Daenerys was 17 roughly.
Yeah, she's
in season 1.
Yeah, I was about to bring that up. Now China had a lot of eunuchs. There was like entire council of them.
Yeah.
Not just China, Byzantium, Turkey.
Pretty much anywhere where you wanted to guard a harem.
Yeah.
It's the best way to make sure. Alrighty, we do not want anybody near these people.
Even
especially since it's like they call the ball they call it like they castrate they castrate slaves and then make them be the guards for their harem.
Yeah.
Yep, they even had singing eunuchs in the 18th century.
Yeah.
So
it's where the joke from Pirates of the Caribbean is. lovely singing voice.
Aqua Skullbacks, they play ping pong with mermaids.
Yes. No comment.
Okay, so that explains why the balls that explains why the balls are ball shaped. And size.
Yes. No comment.
I mean, I can sort of relate. I was castrated when I fell. So.
Okay.
TMI.
Mm-hmm.
So, alrighty. Whew. Let's keep going. Before filming, Jacob Anderson asked Benioff and Weiss a question fans had long wondered.
Perhaps you should take this off the screen.
Why?
Because we might get in trouble for it.
No, they don't care. They don't care.
Okay.
We haven't used the whole book. We're just using tiny sections.
Mm-hmm.
It was mutilated as part of his indoctrination into the Unsullied. Which of his parts were exactly? Jacob Anderson. I'm not sure they really knew.
If they read the books and they claim they did, then they did know.
Man, I guess they just kind of forgot or weren't paying attention.
Yeah, and indoctrination is a weird word to use here. I wouldn't exactly call it that.
Well, I guess they kind of forgot.
What?
What's the context of indoctrination here?
When Grey Worm was mutilated as part of his indoctrination into the Unsullied, I mean, wasn't he like an infant or something?
Yeah, he was an infant.
Yes, he was.
They do it when they're essentially children. You know, because it's easier to mold the minds of... It's easier to mold young minds into doing whatever you wish. Of course, they'll have major blowbacks later on, but that's not going to matter.
Mm-hmm.
That's considering if they live long enough.
Yep. And I'm pretty sure they hadn't decided when I asked. What?
What the?
Oh, Lord.
Okay. It seemed they were having a bit of a debate about it while they were answering the question.
Oh, no.
So they didn't even know how. They said they read the books.
That's
like book
so 3. Funny.
They were having a bit of a debate on it while they were answering the question.
That is so funny. That is so funny.
It makes me question if they actually knew what's going on in the end of the books.
Oh, man. Not that it matters in the end, I guess. For what it's worth, Anderson said their answer was he still has the pillar, not the stones. Oh, bull crap.
Which makes no sense.
No, that doesn't make any sense at all.
Oh, go back, please. 1 second.
Yeah.
Sorry.
The thing is, you can actually still produce sperm even if you just have a penis.
It's just
a
small amount. It's just a small amount, right?
Yep.
Okay, answering the question. Okay, I got it.
Which is why they took both the stem and the acorns.
Yeah.
Because they didn't want anything at all.
Yeah, and apparently they only cut off
they're calling Hypatia Frank. Oh, hi, Frank. How's this?
Nobody.
I'm 29. This book basically feels 29.
Nobody thought to check the books.
Or just ask George. Either that or he wasn't taking their calls at this point, but I doubt that.
Frankie's.
No.
Wiener Schnitzel.
Okay, that is so funny. That is so funny to me.
If they're having
Like-
a debate about this, something that's really explained in the books, it makes me question what they know about what happens in the books, like other
Yeah.
things.
Makes me question if they have an understanding of the characters.
I question their basic intelligence.
I question your basic writing credentials.
Yeah.
You didn't like the ending. No. I question your basic intelligence and qualifications for how did that thing go?
I know you're unhappy with the ending. No, I question your basic writing credentials.
Yeah.
No. You're not. This man is not a functional adult.
No, he is not.
He
No,
is a
he's not.
man-child.
Yeah, it's. Let me find that actually. I think I have it somewhere in here.
Yeah, you do.
Come on, this is
Yeah.
season 7. I want to get to the good stuff.
Yeah, we just like been getting like the weird. Oh,
You're
here it is.
unhappy with the ending. No, I question your basic writing credentials. This guy isn't a functional adult.
No, he really is not.
No.
If only we can
Alright.
get
By the
Jack
way,
in here again.
by the way, Dunn, you should absolutely get that one clip from Breaking Bad for every single mention of alcohol.
The one where eating Cheetos.
You are a pathetic junkie. Too stupid to understand and follow simple rudimentary instructions.
Oh yeah, I need to get that. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so keeping going. For a show that had become somewhat notorious for its graphic content, Missandei and Grey Worm. What is with this weird with this weird thing right here? I don't understand this. What is up with this? Why are there are there little
dash
hyphens?
Dash. It's the dash.
Why are there dashes?
Why? Why
He's
are there
he's
hyphens
channeling
there?
Chuck Wendig.
Why?
The Missandei -and -gray
Worm. It's Worm.
-worm. Yes, we know.
You witless worm.
Yeah,
The
I don't
most
get it.
widely
Why are there
praised sex scene in the show. Since when?
Cite thine sources, please.
Yes, please cite those sources.
The funny thing is, they did this exact same thing for the Battle of the Bastards, even though it wasn't true, and people immediately started pointing out very basic plot errors.
Oh, David Benioff. David Benioff.
They didn't even cite any sources. They just said like, "Oh, the Battle of the Bastards was universally praised by both critics and fans." No, it wasn't.
No.
No.
Yeah, there were the fans.
I remember
like, there
you
were
had
some-
me watch that, and I had my face in my hands the entire time going, "This is not how you fight a battle." And I am not a
No.
military expert.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah,
No.
I actually saw an interview with Matthew McConaughey about True Detective season 1, which is fucking amazing, by the way. And someone in the comments was like, "Oh yeah, Battle of the Bastards is better than all of True Detective."
Yeah, I mean, season 8, season 7 were fanfic.
So unfortunately, so
No, it's not.
What we
It's
are-
someone
so what-
trying to shill for them, but it's just it's not
Way
working.
done.
We had a
Yeah.
theory that it was actually
I hit peace.
Dragon Demands or someone in this.
I think you might. I think you might need to clarify it then.
What? No. This is not. This is an actual and official interview book. Apparently, everything in this happened, and until another source comes up revealing otherwise, I will take this as fact. Because it also corroborates multiple things from other sources, which is scary.
Very terrifying.
Plays creepy piano music.
Yeah.
No violin.
They're human beings, but they're
my
not.
old friend.
I'm back with you again. Okay, so Natalie and Manuel, the sex scene between Grey Worm and Missandei was kind of beautiful. These two have
No comment.
they're barely characters at all. Like Missandei is a side character. Grey Worm's just a mook. Like, would you agree with that?
They're both ascended extras, essentially.
Yeah. He's a mook. She's a person who she's just a kid that acts as Danny's primary handmaid, translator and handmaid. There's very low. There's ascended extras. Oh, 2 minutes left in this chapter. Okay.
We're back to Morocco and Dynamite.
Yeah. These two have always hidden behind their duty. What?
What was that?
Well, they always hide behind their shit.
These two have always hidden behind their duty, referring to Grey Worm and Missandei.
Oh, for half a second I thought you meant Benioff and wife. So I was like, what the?
I mean, they did write their scripts on toilet paper, so they had to hide behind their duty. You know.
I don't even know if this is accurate. I don't know. Like, is it? I don't think that's even accurate. I did. Really? I don't think so.
I'm gonna call bullshit.
Yeah, even though that isn't Natalie Emanuel, it's not the writer, but I think that's just her putting her interpretation on things.
She's doing the exact same thing as the fans, projecting something interesting onto something that's complete nonsense.
Yeah. The actors do this fairly frequently because they have to come up with something, so they come up with their own thing because they haven't given you much guidance, apparently.
Yeah, that's not how you're supposed to work with actors. You're supposed to give them direction.
Yeah, they're supposed to know what they're doing.
Yep. So, and there's something unique about it because of Grey Worm's situation. There's a real sense of trust there. This is a really big deal for them, and Missandei knows that and doesn't really care. She just loves him, and that intimacy they shared comes to a head. That's actually really funny, considering that he just gives her cunnilingus.
Yeah, it
womp
is.
womp. That's the big
funny.
gay.
Yeah.
I am inevitable, and I am cunnilingus.
No.
That's actually. I'm planning to use that as a meme at some point, but
Go ahead.
Do it.
I'm gonna need to make it, which is gonna require a lot of photoshopping.
Do it. I don't want to get into why I think wight sounds like all the time. Since I think it may actually make them angry.
You're drunk.
Well, after I got humiliated by that rock, so I am probably always drunk.
It was.
I don't know. It sounds full like you're already dead inside.
Go take a walk, fucking wolfy piece of shit.
Yeah. So
I exist to bane your existence.
Yeah. Let's keep going.
Go chase Neph or something. Jeez.
Go chase a cat. Okay, so Jacob Anderson. There was something really sweet, lovely and sweet about these two characters finally saying things to each other they hadn't been empowered to say before. They kind of had in season 5 after he was a peeping Tom on her nude.
Oh my god.
I think the romance may have even begun in season 4. I'm not sure, but I think it may have even begun in season 4.
Might be actually. I think I always remember it being like early season 5, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, who knows? I kind of forgot.
Yeah, we all kind of forgot.
Ugh.
But the main reason, But the main reason I'm proud of it is it felt like something I hadn't ever seen on TV. There were two people of color, and one of them is a man in a show where people are always talking about
People are always what?
People are always talking in a show where people are always
People
Oh, they're like something happened. Seen on
And a show where the creators are always talking about dicks.
Even babies.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, man. Yeah, he has a physical disability and is accepted by this person he loves, whether intentional or not. This scene felt like it said something about masculinity and how bodies.
Well, yeah, I guess fair enough.
Yeah, we knew this guy was one of those crazies.
Yeah, and we know that he's shilling for Benioff and not HBO.
Yeah. Because this would be a
like
very different book if he was shilling for HBO.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it? This book is supposed to be a defense of D&D. It's funny how they are damning themselves with this. Kind of, yeah. This is just.
It really is.
It is a hit piece.
Yeah,
if you
this
go back
is-
to the earlier chapters, they literally omit some insane shit, like getting cast people killed, smuggling explosives.
They almost got the cast killed, but that doesn't change the fact that it was an almost and not definitive.
Let's not forget about Hodor's back.
Oh, yeah.
He's still paying the chiropractor bills.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's not funny.
No, it's
That's
not.
funny.
No.
Alrighty. So the scene was also a relief for Emmanuel and Anderson after filming so many days over the years, standing rigidly at attention beside Daenerys while she stood court. Because they just been standing there doing nothing. Man, that's
Because they
hilarious.
didn't know what to do with her.
Yeah.
Except give her a romance. Well, it could have been worse. Her character wasn't too. At least her character wasn't.
I
too
don't know if
good.
it can get any worse than her just burning a city for no reason.
Oh, I was talking about Missandei,
Missandei.
not Danny.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Missandei was just a meaningless character. She's not
Well, what
quite
happened to Hodor's actor? Carrying around Bran kind of put a toll on his back. Like a really big toll, and especially several reshoots, which put an even further toll. So it got to the point where
he has permanent back injury because of the show, because David Benioff had him carry Isaac Hempstead right around too much.
And Isaac's still paying for his chiropractor.
Yeah.
Benioff should pay for him.
Your Honor, my client almost got the cast killed.
Yeah.
As far, I don't. Nobody did die, so it has something over the Twilight Zone and Deadpool 2. Because both
Wait,
of
someone
those-
died filming
Still
Deadpool
criminal
2?
negligence,
Yep.
though.
Yeah, kind of.
Yep. Zazie Beetz' stunt woman died on set.
Oh.
How?
So.
Okay, so we're still below Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2, where one stuntman got crippled, because here we have, actual character actors getting praise.
Mm-hmm.
That was, I forgot which actor it was. I think it was the actor for it was either Liam Cunningham or Ian Glenn. He nearly got his own head taken off by the crane.
That was Liam Cunningham.
Yeah, it was Liam Cunningham. He damn near had his head cut off.
Yeah.
So they got pretty close to death.
Yeah, they got, how do you miss the camera? And
When you put a camera so close to your actor's head.
What would almost think that Benioff and Weiss were actually trying to kill their actors?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Saboteur.
So Jacob Anderson, the stuff in audience halls was always intense because I had to stand really, really still through sometimes 10 pages of dialogue. a lot of the time I was just trying not to move and lose my mind through 14 hours of standing still, I'd get a bit delirious. Dang, that sounds horrible. But
14 hours of standing still for what?
for the various audience hall stuff where he's just standing guard with Daenerys. So
what? 14 hours?
14 hours. Okay. Is that 14? The question that I would like to have is that 14 hours trying to film the same scene? Because that seems excessive.
Is it 14
But not
continuous?
out of the reason for these two.
Is it 14 continuous hours?
Yeah, that film is pretty bad, but it's very dangerous because people almost got killed by and suffered permanent injury because they used actual lions.
Wait, what? Really?
Yeah, they used lions and they put them and they didn't have the proper supervision, so they just let lions loose in their house.
Oops.
So 14 continuous hours?
Apparently. So I was an extra on Unicorn City. Highly recommend the movie. It's very, very funny. It's basically modern day Don Quixote. So what happened was we would stand there, but we would move around and we would get breaks if we were not in shot. So I just don't understand how 14 hours on one scene. Like, are they doing the same scene or are they doing multiple scenes? Because I get the feeling that based on the fact that David Benioff took 3 days to film the scene in at the end where Gwendolyn Christie is writing in the White Book, that took 3 days to film. So
Don't forget about the hard home where all the actors were just sitting in the water, freezing cold.
So
can we please get out of the water now?
No, you cannot. We are not finished shooting.
So I think my balls are coming to hypothermia.
So this is just kind of par for the so based on like what we're seeing. So based on this discussion, I can only conclude this is par for the course. This is like 14 hours on the same scene. It's just like they're not that complicated, and it's probably like just Emilia Clarke sitting, and the camera angles are the most basic camera angles ever. How are they messing that up?
It's David Benioff and Evie Weiss.
That is actually true. That is true. But this is a TV set. Yeah, things are supposed to move faster. 6 hours in one day, and ouch. That sucks. Okay. So
Ow.
Yeah.
Ow. Yeah. Ow.
Ow. So I imagine like trying not to move and not lose his mind through 14 hours of standing still. Honestly, that seems like it was on one. Yeah, I think that like they are like legit. Like this is just part of another pattern. This is just par for the course at this point. But it's kind of just like you're continuously doing this. This is insane. What? How? Are there no like actors union things? Like just like you can't do this. This feels like this is just so stupid. As Missandei and Grey Worm consummated their relationship, Daenerys dispatched a fleet led by Theon, Yara, Ilaria, and the Sand Snakes to attack King's Landing. 2 of the best characters and 3 and 4 of the worst characters.
Mute me, please.
Uh-oh.
No. Yeah. Their ships were ambushed by Cersei's forces during an intense sea battles, the likes of which the show could never have pulled off during season 2's Blackwater, and it was crap. It didn't make sense.
How do you get ambushed in the middle of the night?
In the middle of the sea.
Like, there are deck lights and shit. Like, you can see these things coming from a mile away.
Thank you for mentioning unions.
Yes, shock, horror, dread. But yes.
I think they kind of killed all the union members.
Yeah. The frenzied sequence was also an opportunity to showcase the legendary Iron Islands pirate culture in action as demonstrated by Euron Greyjoy, played by Pylu Espek. Espek first joined the Thrones team as Theon and Yara's mad uncle in season 6. Oddly enough, the Danish actor had once worked as Coster Waldau's nanny.
What?
Actually, yeah, that's the only thing that makes sense. Do you think the actors and actresses might be afraid of them since they haven't spoken up?
I imagine that some of it is likely the non-disclosure agreements.
Some of it, yeah, but certainly not all of it is covered by those.
I don't know if they're necessarily scared. I think they just don't. It seems like this guy has an infectious personality. That's why he's able to get away with things.
Oh, the Royal Guard.
So, I honestly don't think he's competent enough to hire a hitman. He's not even that stupid. He's not even that competent.
It's too much work anyway.
Oh, great.
I think they were to find anybody competent, it had to be somebody that was so competent that they actually made it succeed on Pierce by sheer stupidity.
Mm-hmm. So his character didn't make much of an initial impression, and the showrunners cut some of Euron's early material. Interesting.
We haven't heard a lot from Dragon when it comes to this book recently.
I think he's working through it, and he's going to be we're doing low effort, just reading through it.
Yeah,
he's trying to create patterns. We're reading through the whole book as reaction material.
Not to mention, he's kind of engaged with the House of the Dragon. He did a really interesting video about translations of A Song of Ice and Fire in various languages. So he's been doing stuff.
Yeah, he's been doing other material. So, and also, here's the thing. They cut Euron's early material. Euron is probably one of the worst characters in the history of television.
Finger in the bum.
Well, that's saying a lot.
Well, he's basically Hot Topic Jack Sparrow from a thrift store.
Basically, he's like an aging Walker, essentially.
Pretty much, yeah. And he's like, I'm going to Gallivant all the way to Daenerys Targaryen and give her my 1,000 ships and my big wiener.
And my, I'm not going to say the rest of it, but
Those 1,000 ships he pulled out of his ass.
No comment, but yes.
Literally, he doesn't have them already built. He's going to build the 1,000 ships on the Iron Islands, which are basically rocks.
See, this is why it's an actual RPG game. He just materializes them out of thin air.
He had the XP.
Yeah. He had enough money, so he just poofed them into existence on the Iron Island. He sold his Valyrian steel armor and sword. That's why he doesn't have it.
Yeah. Okay, so for a while it seemed that Euron, like the Sand Snakes, was destined to become another latecomer struggling to stand out amid a sprawling cast of fan favorites. No, they stood out. They just stood out in the worst way possible.
Yeah, I mean, we remember them certainly.
Yeah, we remember them because of the stupid hand slapping game. Also, you also want you want a good girl, but you need the bad. Yeah, that line.
That line, yes.
Ugh.
One of the worst lines of dialogue in television.
They should be
history.
executed immediately for that.
Speaking of-
Yeah, they should. They
Grand
really
Mattel's
should.
like, no,
yeah,
you're not
that
allowed
is-
to live.
That line is, and also just the constant cat fighting with the sand snakes is so irritating. And it's mainly like the main thing. It's not even like all the sand snakes. It's just one of the sand snakes. The other one have no person. The other two have no personality.
And then they kill fucking what was his name? One of the Martell family members.
Goran, they killed Alexander Siddig.
Yeah.
Let's avenge House Martell by finishing off House Martell. Ain't
Yeah.
that fucking fantastic? That's super smart.
Yeah,
You're just
makes
all
sense to
idiots. You can't understand this big brain stuff that David Benioff's been writing.
Yeah.
Isn't Legal Eagle the moron who defended Captain Marvel crushing the Dawn's hand?
Even even tried reviewing Ace Attorney for its actual law purpose, but decided to watch the Ace Attorney anime, which kind of cuts out quite a lot of context from the Ace Attorney game.
Nick Rekieta is better.
Yeah. Let's keep going. Pailu Aspect. It was weird to be a fan of something and then to be a part of it. I watched every second of the first 5 seasons. It's like seeing a beautiful girl in class for 5 years, and then one day you talk to her and end up kissing her, and then all of a sudden you're married, and then you're in an old relationship and you're trying to make it work as best you can. Interesting analogy, but we'll move on. When I did season 6, I had some great lines at the King Iron Islands King selecting ceremony, the King's and that they took away. Oh my gosh!
What was that again?
Oh man, let me pull that up. Oh man, this is kind of just par for the course. It's just what they did with Stan. It's exactly what they did with Stannis, where they took away his good lines.
Oh,
I'll screen cap it.
So they had a lot of lines. Like Euron had more lines. He was talking to Yara and had 20 more lines where he was being ruthless. He was doing a comedy show for the Iron Islands. David and Dan said, "This is too much." What? So I had an idea for season 7. I said, what if we make him more like a rock star? We don't know if he's going to kill you or bang you.
Hey now, you're a rock star. Get the show on. Oh, hey.
Oh, they say Rockstar in the actual book here. I like that.
Wow, fucking Dave and Dan, look at this. Look at this fucking shit. Oh, there's dialogue, and we just didn't want to, It was a comedy show because, they had actual freaking dialogue, so we cut it out.
Wow.
Essentially.
This is too much.
So, Euron's King's Moot, no, that was the comedy show, so we can't have that.
Yeah, we need a bad hoo-ha instead.
Oh, gosh. Really? So the costume designer was totally into that and made his outfit more rock star-ish. That's how Euron Greyjoy went from looking like just another grumpy, scraggly, ironborn brute to a darkly charming leather and guy liner wearing.
Charming.
What?
Guy
Guyliner? What the hell is that?
You asked me.
Eyeliner, do they? Dear Lord!
Translate retarded, please.
I don't know whether I should be laughing or crying.
Nate is up more rockstar-ish.
Oh man, darkly charming leather and guyliner wearing buccaneer. That's hilarious. Oh my gosh!
Well,
That
you know
is-
what? They succeeded then. They tried to make him look like a rock star and it worked. So
Oh my god!
Only he shouldn't be.
Sexy, funny veneer.
but they
Veneer.
succeeded in doing something. They tried to do something,
The
they actually
fuck?
succeeded doing it.
This is. What?
Oh, good lord.
You lot just don't appreciate the greatness, that's all.
Oh, I don't appreciate the greatness. I would appreciate the greatness if there was any here.
Yeah, there is no greatness anywhere at all.
Kind of
And
forgot
this is
about the
where I
greatness.
put my appreciation for greatness, if I had any.
Yeah. Oh man, now we get to talk about why Euron's such a great villain.
Oh god. Ugh.
Finger in the bum, Jack
Finger
Sparrow,
up
fucking
the
knockoff.
Actual line
Why
now.
hold over saying that?
Actual line in the book in the show.
In the books, oh my god.
No, the show,
No,
not
that's
the
not-
books, maybe.
Like, my
No,
God,
the-
hang on.
The
Hang
book,
on,
the book Euron is basically an eldritch wizard who's trying to turn himself into a god, and he's actually scary.
He's Lokir Fellheart's long distant cousin.
He's not a rock star.
No,
No.
he is not.
Hey, why am I
Hey,
doing something?
Rockstar, get your game on. Hey.
Wow, did they read the character? Go, that was edgy.
Emo rockers. Yeah, that was basically the line of thinking that was going on with these people. God,
Mm-hmm.
why?
It's not even Westeros anymore. It's just their weird fanfiction.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's weird. It's weird. It's something. That's not
It's
fair.
like he's a
Weird
pirate
enough?
guy, but he's not even wearing any armor. He's just wearing leather.
I have it for you. It's preposterous.
Yeah.
I like how in the book,
That
yes.
works.
I like how the books they always stress that they have like armor and shit, but in this fucking
Well,
shitty
there is
fucking
such
show,
a thing as leather armor, but leather armor has metal plates sewn into it, I think.
That's studded leather armor.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and it's really
Let's-
shit.
Let's keep going. The strip suggested that, but Pilot brought a lot more. It's a great example of how characters are never just one thing in the show. Mike Malott, I was worried about losing Ramsay because he was such a good baddie. Just
Oh,
like people were
Cole,
worried.
fucking
Oh, god damn it.
no, he was not. He was just a one-note fucking.
He's
Crazy
a villain
person.
Sue. He's a villain Sue. Who,
Yeah,
like,
Yeah.
Him
Good.
and House fucking goddamn it, him and
House
House
20
20
Goodman.
Goodman. Yeah.
Oh, we're talking about Ramsay now?
yeah.
Oh, yes.
Hey, calm down. You already ate.
Mm-hmm.
No, I didn't. I'm just about to eat now, so.
What? 20 more
That's a
lambs?
good question. We have no idea.
Hey, but you want to say that heat that Balerion has that you don't, White?
Yeah.
So,
His mother's love.
Oh, good lord. Well,
Whoop.
quit it.
We're
That's
gonna have
enough.
to word. We're gonna have a word with you.
I never one
Oh,
thing
before we
in
get
the
uppity, here. Yeah, it's a chocolate part. If he's saying, I'm sorry.
I am
Okay.
a zombie. I don't need to eat.
Let's keep
At
going.
least it's like the chocolate.
Let's keep going. With Euron, we had a new great baddie, but in a totally different way. It was quote unquote big, but it worked. Palin managed to make it real, which is difficult to do. Well, how freaking specific?
Oh,
my-
he was so
that's-
great
Yeah,
at the edge
that's
of
not
sleep.
specific at all.
it was so great it worked. Is that what you just said?
Yeah. Let me.
Yeah,
okay, let me pull-
yes,
I'm
kind of
having
leather
to
armor,
pull this
love and
up.
evil.
I'm having to pull this up frequently just because, like, I think I might just have to, like, just screw it and keep it up because this is just ridiculous. This is getting ridiculous.
Yeah, it is. It's like, yeah, and I'm with Becca. How about I keep my medieval fantasy and my biker jacket separate, please? Yeah, I'm with
Sorry,
you.
Becca. That's just your opinion. Meh.
You
That's
suck.
racist, White.
Well,
just
that's your
opinions,
opinion.
you suck.
you assume that my opinion is my opinion is my opinion.
Opinionception.
Oh my god.
It was big.
It was big, but it worked. Yeah, you're being very specific there, director sir.
And he's got
no, you're
big
not.
quotation marks too and scare quotes.
I'm being sarcastic, Dunn. Can't you tell?
No.
I thought that was Valerian.
That was
Yeah,
Valerian talking, not
Okay,
me.
so I've
Yeah,
had a
it's
very
all your
funny meme.
fault, fucking gun.
Well, I'm just writing it down.
Yeah. So yeah, that's how specific. How very, very specific. Okay, so when I was talking to Pilot Aspect, when I was talking to Cersei and Jaime in the throne room, I said, "So here I am with 1,000 ships and 2 good hands."
Oh no.
Oh,
Yeah,
good lord.
Oh, don't.
No. Don't. Ah.
I'm
So-
afraid of what he's going to say next.
David and Dan came up and said, "Take away 2 good hands. It's too much."
But they kept it in.
Ah.
They actually thought that was
The
funny.
line,
They thought that's too much. They thought that it's too much and to take it
that
out.
line makes me think of
Sadako. Yeah.
it makes me think of God, I don't remember if it was the Iliad or the Odyssey that had the War of Troy.
Iliad.
Because in the myth, Helen is the one that launched 1,000 ships.
That's the Iliad.
Yeah.
The Iliad,
Okay.
The Odyssey. The Odyssey is Odysseus. is
Yeah.
his
Okay.
name.
The Iliad. Thank
We
you.
are still missing quite a lot of books from the Iliad.
Yeah.
We are.
Yeah.
God,
Thanks,
I hope
Ron.
we find them.
Yeah.
Uh,
So,
Oh man, Nilius, I actually played Brutal Legend. My
Mhm.
god, that game was fun.
But they kept the 2 hands in the show.
And it's actually what got me to listen to some Ozzy Osbourne songs. My god, Derry the Madman's awesome.
Okay.
Okay. So because I had more confidence in season 7, this is Pyro Aspect. In season 7, it felt like I belonged more. I went, guys, don't take it. I know exactly how to be this. He's got to be charming. He's got to be arrogant. He's got to look Jamie in the eye and say with the biggest effing smile, because he's an idiot and a prick, and that's what I like about the character.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh my god!
Hey,
so
sorry,
much
Kilo.
interesting stuff cut.
So much
because,
cringe. Finger in the bum.
Karen-
In the bum.
Yeah, exactly. Euron in the Bucks, charismatic manipulator who wants to become a god and actually has a fairly solid plan of being that.
Yeah.
To just
It sounds like they should have just straight up taken Euron from the books.
Yeah, but we can't do that because then we can't introduce our bad writing. So,
You mean brilliant writing, of course. Brilliant.
well, that's just your opinion.
You
Maybe
always say
Valerian's being sarcastic, White.
what you always
That's your
say.
opinion.
You know what?
I
You
know.
always say
White is
it's
being-
just your opinion, but what is your opinion?
I don't have an opinion. I'm just a zombie, forced against
That's
my
just-
will.
But that's just your opinion, though.
he actually thinks that
My
he
life
is
is a lie.
charismatic.
Yeah, I like you, Kilo chap, but no.
Yeah. Yeah, they are. They are. And the worst part is it's not really just us saying that it's crap. Where the book is saying that they're crap. The book
Yeah.
itself is saying that they're crap.
And this
I
is a
swear-
guy who's trying
like-
to actively shill for them.
I feel like James Herbert. It's like some 300 IQ fucking person.
3D
who's
chess
just-
player.
yeah, he's like a 3D chess player. He's like, I'm gonna fucking put these 2 in the ground without them even realizing it.
That would be nice.
Okay, that actually makes a whole lot more sense, actually. An emo rocker dated Benioff's crush, and now he finds some scary and manipulative.
Huh.
Okay, so they said, let's try it out. We did it. And then they said, we're so effing happy you insisted on that. Oh my.
So Euron exists the way he does because they listen to the actor, essentially.
Apparently, yeah. So
This show would have been so much better if George had complete creative control instead of Benioff and
because
White.
he's actually written TV scripts.
Yeah.
So like he's worked on Beauty and the Beast. Like that was like his day job for a while.
Which one? The animated one?
No, the TV show with Ron Perlman and Linda Hamilton.
Oh, I remember that show now.
Yeah.
I don't remember that. I
And
have
the
to look
Twilight
that
Zone,
up.
if I remember.
It was in the in the 90s, I think. Maybe late 80s, I think.
Yeah. And apparently, like, he's super busy right now with like 7 shows based on his work, or that are in the works.
Well, he's never going to finish those damn books. He's
Yeah.
just too busy writing spin-offs and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Off
he
that fucking
is.
game from
off of
FromSoft.
his really obscure short stories and sci-fi novels.
Apparently, they're good short stories and sci-fi novels, according to Preston Jacobs.
Apparently, yeah, they are, but it's just like they're
Yeah.
obscure. Like he doesn't have Brandon Sanderson's time management or conveyor belt mentality.
Yeah, they write and they don't know things. You mean? I
Yeah.
put that on a shirt.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Dan Weiss, we really haven't had someone in the show that has kind of a rock star swagger who just doesn't give a crap.
Rockstar swagger.
Oh, good lord!
Wow, how far the mighty have fallen.
He's supposed to be a magnificent, manipulative bastard, not a rock star.
Well, it kind of depends on what you mean by rock star. Like he just kind of comes in and just said, like opens some chests full of gold, and just pours it out and says, "Hey, this is what I can give you, bros. You want to go to Westeros, take the whole thing?" And they're like, "Heck yeah!" So,
yeah, he's also
the Kingsman scene is awesome. Feast for Crows is underrated as a book. There's some really good stuff in it.
Unfortunately, I just have no desire to reread them because I know they're never going to get finished.
Yeah, it's kind of frustrating. And like
I have no interest in reading something that's full of profanity.
Yes.
Plenty of profanity. Sometimes he just tosses it almost for its own sake, it seems.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Sean's not exactly a rocker type. He doesn't have that.
Steven,
He wouldn't say finger in the hoo-ha. He wouldn't say things like that. We need to have that.
Yeah. Just George S. King. How the F do you write? How do you write so many dang books so fast?
Yeah, I get it. I've got several projects that are on the back burner because it's just I have no idea where I'm going with them right now. So I can't write for them until I figure out where I'm going.
Why did I click on Wolf's link? God damn it!
What did you
fired. do? He posted a link to the finger in the bum scene from Game of Thrones.
Oh, thank you for warning us. I can't click on that.
Let's keep going with this. Let's try to finish this chapter at least before the 2-hour mark, unless we want to do 2.
Yes, this is season 7, so I'm actually invested in it right now.
Yeah. Alrighty. Everyone else in this world cares very deeply, whether they're awful or wonderful, or awful, wonderful, or like most of them, somewhere in between. To have someone traipse onto the stage with the swagger and attitude that Euron had was a lot of fun because it lets air into the room. There aren't many people who could do that convincingly. Huh. Interesting.
So basically, a lot of stuff about swagger, rockstar, swagger.
Okay. So after that tangent, which brings us back to that sea battle.
Oh God, not another battle. A battle. Ah, they don't know how to do battles. They
Well, the
shouldn't be
thing
doing
is-
battles.
Yeah, I think the issue with this one, well, they have less problems than Battle of the Bastards because it's just ship to ship combat, and that's a lot easier to like choreograph and make good.
You don't
So
have to show actual fighting. So
no. Just before Euron attacked Daenerys' fleet, Theon watched as his sister Yara made out with Ilaria. It was a scene that underwent a couple of changes at the last minute.
Of course it was.
Of course it did.
Gemma Whalen. Originally in that scene, it was meant to be Ilaria kissing Alfie, a different dynamic. Then it was changed to Theon once again watching. Okay, that's interesting.
They were going to have Ilaria kiss Hoo-Ha?
Theon.
Alfie.
Apparently. Yeah.
That's, yeah.
Yeah, the manless man.
The other one, yes.
Okay.
Oh no. You find something?
Yeah, this next line.
Oh crap.
Oh no, God help us.
Okay. Okay. So, so in the script, originally in the script, Yara invited Theon to join them, saying he might not have the tackle, but I'm sure he can give pleasure. They had to change it because there's so many eunuchs in the series that they've already used that line on someone else. So there was a little rewrite.
Wow, talk about Yara being an asshole.
Oh, that's
So, yeah.
terrible.
Because in the books, it's Ramsay that makes him do that.
Yeah. So Gemma Whalen, Indira, and I were quite fearless. It wasn't directed that we would kiss. It was just meant to be a suggestion. But it seemed like something we would do. Oh my gosh. That's funny. So we let it, very much so, and then it became much more sexual than we anticipated, but it just felt right. Who wouldn't want to kiss Indira? I mean, come on.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, this is so funny. Okay, so basically just improving the whole. Yeah.
That's a little
Oh,
TMI,
hi.
okay.
Hey, it's Dragon Demands.
Oh, long time no see. Rhaenyra simp.
Hey, look, the Rhaenyra simp's in the chat.
I'll put it out. Rhaenyra has an army, you'll put up.
Probably. I don't doubt that, actually.
Yeah.
Everybody,
I don't doubt that either.
Yeah. This book is terrible.
It is.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's brilliant.
I can't wait to get to the White Hunt.
Yeah.
Neelius,
Yara looked at Theon and said, Yara looked in that scene, Yara looked at Theon as if to say, well, a girl's got to do what a girl's got to do. And then things go tits up, to use an appropriate expression.
Ugh.
Uh-huh.
Go kill yourselves. God damn it.
Yeah.
Go tits up. God damn it. It's being serious. I'm being serious. Super serious. All right, continue.
The boat
Go
was
tits
jolted.
up.
The boat was violently jolted by Euron's attack, but Whalen had previously injured her back during filming, so a stunt woman briefly stepped in to play Yara for the impact shot.
What the?
Wait.
What?
Hold on. Repeat that. I'm still on the other part.
Oh, okay. So, Wayland had previously injured her back during filming, so a stunt woman briefly stepped in to play Yara for the impact shot. Indira Varma, so I had to start kissing this poor stunt double, and she was so terrified.
Oh, good lord.
Note,
Oh.
note
What?
the bit about Indira injuring her back. Not
Why
Indira.
did they just
Yeah.
cut away? Like, why did they need the kiss? Like, they could have just cut away. Like, yeah.
In filming. Notice that part.
Sucker for women.
Oh my god.
So it
Just being
was
sucker
originally
for
with the
women.
original actor, and then another scene.
SIP
It
stands
wasn't.
for sucker idolizing mediocre.
So Gemma Whelan is the name. I need to make sure.
Yep.
She's one of the ones. I remember like a couple of dozen names, but she's one I keep forgetting.
Yeah.
No offense, Gemma Whelan, lady.
Yeah. So
Yeah, the stunt lady was terrified.
yeah, who was the stunt lady was apparently terrified. It was by being kissed by Indira Varma. I don't think she'd ever been put in that situation before. She's used to falling over and being attacked and all the rest of it, but to be kissed by an actress was a bit beyond her.
Well, yeah.
So wouldn't you have been prepped for this? If she was scared, that kind of leads me to believe that like they just sprung this on this poor extra last minute.
That seems reasonable to assume.
Yeah.
Very, very reasonable.
Since they had Daenerys, like they said, hey, Amelia learned this whole speech in normal, and then on the day, like I think like the day of, they said, hey, why don't you do it in Valyrian? And changed it.
Yep, and they didn't use proper. The Valyrian they used was
Recycled.
completely different.
Yeah, it was
So
recycled from a different scene.
They didn't care about what it actually meant because the language was actually created to mean things.
Mm-hmm.
Language meaning things. What are you talking about?
Yeah, you're right. I'm stupid.
Yeah. So Euron's boat, the Silence, latched onto his.
Nobody will ever be better than that.
True. But I guess it's just like probably not as bad, but it just seems like it's part of the pattern.
Yeah, there is a very pervasive pattern of last-minute changes.
This one was like injured on set last minute, so injured on set. So that means that it was their fault.
Yes.
Indeed.
Talking about getting rammed, huh?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So I wonder what Dragon thinks of the whole Genode situation.
The Star Wars character that's just a rock.
Oh,
Yeah.
that. Okay, yeah.
I mean, he made his first appearance in the Game of Thrones season 8, episode 3. He was my worst enemy.
Indeed.
But now he's in Star Wars.
Yeah.
Oh, that must be humiliating.
I know.
Yeah.
Fucking navigator for a spaceship.
Yep. So 3 of the ship's defenders were whip snapping Nymeria, spear stabbing Obar, and dagger throwing Tyene. This was at the beginning of the Sand Snake's final appearance in the show, but
thankfully
Nymeria almost didn't come back at all. After filming Game of Thrones season 6, actress Jessica Henwick was snatched up by Marvel's Iron Fist, an example of why Game of Thrones producers were wary of adding more actors than they could afford to keep a constant payroll.
Just one word about the getting rid of the Sand Snakes. Thank heavens.
Also, yeah, and also like Iron Fist, like I haven't watched it, but like just it's kind of universally reviled as the worst of the Marvel TV shows.
Yep.
I'd never even heard of this until
Which
now.
one?
Iron Fist.
I would. It's bad, but I'm one of the few people that likes the first season, despite flaws and all. But it's not a good season.
Yeah. Well, so Marvel agreed to lend Henwick to Thrones for just 2 weeks of filming during her December holiday break. Interesting. While her time on season 7 was briefed and the sea battle was staged on the show's mundane-looking parking lot ship set, Henwick said the experience was the most insane set she'd ever been on. Okay. Probably because like it's just like the budget's like through the roof or something.
Or something.
Yeah. and also like it's an impressive. Oh, sawed off this bit. Sawed off this bit.
Oh, we're getting extra far though.
I demand you show us.
Yeah, show us, please. Please show
Show
us.
everybody.
Okay. Mike Millard, you read it on the page and think, oh great, a water battle. Then you have to shoot out in a card park in Northern Ireland. There's no book you can read on how to direct a sea battle. You can only watch other sea battles. So
you're on the wrong page. Wrong page.
Pirates of the Caribbean. I don't know.
Hail the mighty.
Yeah,
He's
there we
rising
are.
from the deep.
So,
Or, you could read some naval military
Engage.
books.
Yeah. Well, he's saying
Or look
direct.
through how
Well, he's
other
saying-
sea battles have
well,
been directed.
Yeah. So, well, he's saying like, this is so weird because like you can't, like he's saying like you can read. There's no book you can read on how to direct a sea battle. Keyword is direct a sea battle in terms of like, because you can.
Gore
I guess-
Verbinski did it.
Yeah, Gore Verbinski did it. Like this is post Pirates of the Caribbean movies. Like especially
All of them,
Yeah,
except
go-
for the fifth one.
Go read a documentary on the Pirates of the Caribbean movies.
There has to be
Seriously.
Or just ask Verbinski yourself.
Yeah, just phone him up.
Yeah, you're the biggest show. You're the showrunner of the biggest show on the planet at the time. I don't think you would mind.
Yes. Oh.
I bet there are books. I
Yeah,
bet
there
there are.
probably are. Yeah, this is probably like BS.
Oh,
I mean,
we're on
everything is
season 7 now.
almost everything in this book is BS anyway. So is that a surprise?
Except except the really, really awful stuff like weapons smuggling and permanent back injury to their extras.
And
or their
people almost falling
actors.
off horses off a cliff.
Yeah. So you try to find your way through it. Euron had such a messy viciousness to him that seemed like a good way into the treatment of the fight to make it really nasty, the opposite of ordered and nice. We also took a little influence from the style of Mad Max Fury Road. How?
Okay, so you thought about Mad Max Fury Road, you thought about Ran for the Battle of the Bastards, but you couldn't think of Pirates of the Caribbean for this.
You
or
couldn't.
Master and Commander of the Far Side of the World, or anything.
Or even anything from, say, Hornblower, which is a ship-to-ship combat movie that came out in the 90s.
Wait a minute, they actually set fire to wooden ships. Are they serious?
Oh, wow.
Oh, good lord!
My God, you guys are idiots.
Oh, man.
God,
I didn't even notice that.
It can't get any worse.
What? Hold on a minute. They actually set fire to those things.
They did.
They set fire.
They did. Oh my God, they did.
Wait, so they
Okay,
actually
we need to make like a craziness list.
Hold on.
Like smuggling explosives,
Yeah.
Liam Cunningham
Okay, hold
almost
on.
getting decapitated by camera.
Wait, were there people on the ships as they were on
real
fire?
pyrotechnics
Apparently,
on
yes.
ships.
Oh my God!
That's part of the sentence. Then you get on set and there was fire everywhere. Real pyrotechnics and embers being fired on us.
Oh my God!
Okay, let me get this straight.
Did any of them get through that without getting even first degree burns?
Real pyrotechnics on wooden ships, shooting real arrows at Kit Harington.
Okay. Let me get this straight. They actually paid for and commissioned wooden ships to then set fire to them.
Apparently.
Oh my God! This is so insane.
Becca points out.
Well, based on the fact that we freeze frame that scene, and I don't know how. And they said like we actually need something to protect him, and they said like we need something to protect him, and that impact, like we see
the arrow kind of flexing when it hit the shield.
we see the, and also like it's not like every scene we have Mr. Ewan Ruin shooting an arrow at him.
Isn't that what stunt people are for?
Well, not even that. You're not supposed to do that. I don't think that it was. I don't know how much of it was CGI either, but like, I just remember reading through that and then like freeze framing through the thing, and it was just like, they might actually have shot arrows at him.
It's in one of our previous episodes.
I still have I still have the thing on my Game of Thrones thing because I think that was kind of relevant.
Yeah.
I have the picture right here on my channel. I guess I'll just shove it to yours. Copy image.
Cunningham did almost get decapitated. That's certain because he says so in the book.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can we maybe list some of the insanity here? Smuggling explosives, real pyrotechnics, real arrows, real real arrows.
There's the icy ship that the icy lake they almost fell. Some people almost fell into.
Here,
that too.
Go to Lord Dunn's Discord server. I pinged you there. I send you the picture of reference.
Okay.
Put in Game of Thrones.
Yeah, Nihilus.
Okay. Yes, Nihilus.
Liam Cunningham stated explicitly in the Battle of the Bastards chapter that he almost got killed because his horse almost threw him into a Russian arm.
They'll just sort of casually admit these things, Hey.
Yeah.
Dragon Events also running list on actor injuries and potential acting injuries.
Yeah, you really need to do that. I think you'll find a lot of material for that in this book. Oh my Lord.
Yes.
And notice, I'm the uninterested third party who is absolutely horrified by this.
Okay.
Well, it's pretty horrible.
So it was scripted that John picked up a shield off the ground and charged Ramsay, catching his arrows on the shield. Then you're shooting it and have to figure out which shield should it be. Is it a Wildling shield? Is it a Bolton shield? A Stark shield? A Glover shield? A Mason shield? They're all different sizes, different handguards. We had to try and figure out what Kit get quick enough around his arm that would give him enough protection, but also would be able, in our minds, why it was there. And then after we watched it in freeze frame counters, it looks like he was shooting actual arrows because it's not a matter of like there's blank, like it cuts to him. There's a scene where he's there, where we have Ewan Ruin and Kit Harington, the same shot. It's slightly blurred, but the arrow comes right at Kit's face. Ace.
And you can actually see a little smudge on the screen that is very likely an arrow.
Yeah. I don't.
We do need a CinemaSins counter for this.
Ding.
And the thing is, the only way they could do that shot with it going into the shield like 5 inches, those are either completely digital arrows, or the shield is made of cardboard.
Actually, that's not so. That's not so at all. No. Real arrows.
Shot. Yeah. Well, the shield itself looks like.
If you've got a real shield made of wood and real arrows, then it's gonna go through it.
Yeah,
even
I
with
got
cowhide.
I have an arrow in my hand right now because I do archery a bit, and I have even a practice arrow can be sharp as hell.
Yeah, I don't.
Poking myself with it right now.
It was like give him enough for. Yeah, I don't know. Like it just kind of seems like that's what is being said, and like based on like the shot, how the shot was composed. I don't know how else they did that. Like. like maybe they had somebody green screened out and slam the arrow into the shield, but I don't know how. I don't.
Yeah, so I'm googling it right now, and apparently someone asked this question on Reddit 2 years ago.
Yeah. So
What was the answer? Or has it not been answered yet?
Apparently not.
Okay. Apparently not. Okay. Okay, we will rescind it for now, I guess.
We'll keep it in the ambiguity section.
Yeah.
Potential, I would say.
Potential, yeah.
It's plausible, probable, but not definite.
Yeah. Yeah, it would fit with kind of their, like, what... That is a good question.
Though there is someone in the comments saying there is 0% chance they fired real arrows at an actor on a TV show. They would never be insured ever again for a production.
No, they would not.
You don't know how insane
explosives
these two
into
are.
Morocco.
Yeah, like...
Yeah, those are sharp. Those can be very, very sharp.
Go to the Game of Thrones tab. I posted the screenshot of my arrowhead.
Yeah, and that's not even the kind of arrowheads that these people would have had.
Yeah.
I mean,
These
for the
people
for
would
the
have
TV
had
show.
something more like
Don't think anyone is as strong as that.
as
that's
what?
okay.
To
Like,
put
throwing an arrow through, like, even if it's like...
Well, to get that,
They
you'd
would
have
have
to
They would have to like put the arrow, like the shield, on the vise or something, and then shoot it with the bow.
with
Then
with one of the strongest compound bows they could find, probably,
No,
or one of the
the
long
shield
bows.
just has to be weak enough for the arrow to go through.
The shield looked like it was made of like sheet metal. It didn't look...
It doesn't need to be sheet metal. It could be like styrofoam or something in between.
Yeah, or like aluminum or something. I like how it can be just like arguments for them can just be countered with explosives in Morocco.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, let's keep going with this. We rehearsed our fights in a tidy tent very slowly, no costumes. It was all very easy. Then you get on set. There was fire everywhere, real pyrotechnics going off and embers being fired at us. You're wearing a heavy costume. Everything's wet and moving, and there were all these stuntmen. You didn't have to do any acting because it was terrifying. You had to just remember your badass face. Oh my gosh.
These faces, these performances.
Yeah.
Jessica Henwick. It was a cluster screw.
A cluster screw.
Cluster screw.
What was it?
Lord.
Like now they're getting weird with the swearing.
Does it actually say?
No, but
Fair enough.
but it's just part of the. You can make a mock shield from the actual.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
White's arrowhead is there, and then I've got a picture of what they actually probably would have been using underneath it.
Mm-hmm. So it was more intense on set than on screen. Wow.
It was more intense on set than on screen. That's
whoa. Wow.
What?
Wow. Normally there's a lot of
Oh,
CGI when filming action scenes, and you watch it on screen and you see a massive epic battle, but when you're filming, it's all quite tame. The Thrones audience couldn't feel the heat on their face from the pyrotechnics going off, or feel the wave machine trying to knock us off our feet, or the sweat dripping off our faces.
Yeah. Looks like it is.
Yeah, so the thing about the arrow is it doesn't seem that impossible.
Like, I'm looking over the arrow scene again in slow mo.
Yeah, just play at the slowest speed possible.
Well, they brought explosives into Morocco
Oh.
so they could really have things burning when Danny was burning the slavers.
Oh dear. Oh
Her
no.
wig caught fire.
What
From the pyrotechnics.
Oh my god.
What?
Does it say that? Highlight that, please.
It's a little bit ahead, but yeah. Holy cow.
Good Lord.
Good God.
What is wrong with this?
Crew members fell to
author?
the floor?
What?
Good bleeping God. Pardon my language.
Oh no. It's definitely warranted.
Well, he's asking like, what else did they do?
This is absolute madness.
I'm fucking going insane right now.
Wait. Oh, wait. What? Okay, at least 3 crew members fell through the floor because some of it was balsa wood, so you could smash through it, but it wasn't marked off, so you'd occasionally just hear this yelp as another crew member fell through.
Dear fucking God.
What?
Good.
This book is a fucking hit piece. You cannot convince me otherwise. This is too much. I'm like, how does James Herbert go like, yeah, you know, this sounds fine. Well, we should put this in our book. Goddamn fucking retard.
Yeah, this is definitely survival horror. Oh my god.
That wrote this book. I swear he wrote it.
This has to be a hit piece. Well, James Herbert has to be the dumbest motherfucker alive. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, no kidding.
We're the biggest shill alive.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
What did they say again? I'm sorry.
Wow. This is the most concentrated WTF in a chapter we've gotten in a while.
Oh my good lord! This is absolutely horrifying.
Just imagine if like one of those was placed incorrectly and someone kind of got impaled.
Yeah. This is so this is just amateur incompetence right here.
When you have places like that on ship where you're supposed to have someone break through it later, you're supposed to mark it off.
You see,
so that people don't accidentally step on it.
Hello.
Oh my good lord.
Man. Okay, let's back up.
You see,
okay, so where were we? Where are we on clusterfuck or something?
It's
we live in the Twilight Zone, guys. We live in a society.
Okay. The Mark Millard, it was slightly torturous. After every shot, we needed to let the boat cool to a certain temperature. So it was light the torches, go water, go action. You get 30 minutes of action, then you have to cut. Then you extinguish all the fire, take down the water, refill the water tanks, and let the boat cool down. Everything was so methodical, it was difficult to get momentum going. It took a lot of patience on very cold nights. But the Sand Snake actors were brilliant at latching onto the physical work. And then we go into hair getting caught on fire and people falling through the floor because they weren't marked off.
See, it's shit like this that convinces me that, yeah, the arrow scene could be possible.
That is true. That is true. Yeah, public video of him rehearsing the disastrous Q&A for the Salt Lake City, for the San Diego Comic-Con.
Yeah, and then he got surprised. He shouldn't have been surprised. Dear Lord. This is negligence.
I can't, the two are kind of intermixed at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can't even now.
Man, this is terrible.
Let's continue.
Pilot Pailu aspect, whenever I would hold back during the fight, there was some guy who would come down and say, "Why are you faking it?" There's so much profanity.
By the way, I've watched the shooting of the arrows scene again, and I can't see any clear indication that real arrows were fired.
Okay.
Or at least not at Kit Harington. I can be pretty sure that Ivan Rian did fire real arrows, but with the cutting, it's not really possible to say for sure.
Who was saying why the bleep?
Because he's not trying to kill the stuntman. I'm like, well, I don't know about this boat scene here.
Who was saying who the bleep? Why the bleep are you faking it? Let me see. There was a guy who would come down and go. It doesn't say who the guy was.
Yeah. There's a guy who would go down. I've got 300 guys standing around, and behind you giving 300%. You're standing in front of the camera, frickin' faking it. So you couldn't fake it. I was almost breaking ribs on those guys. What?
Wait, hold on. I like that.
That's what. Oh my god! No, that's not how you do that. You don't touch these people, and you let the reaction and the sound effect tell the story.
Or you act.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because let's see. I don't remember where I went, but I watched a let's see. I suppose you could call it a stage play.
It is. Yeah, it is. We find it perfectly plausible. Yeah. Yeah, that is.
And one of the people doing it guided the audience through how they make the fight scenes work. You don't touch the person you're fighting. You stop.
Or you have like padding in the clothing tibs or the impact.
Yeah.
So
but if there's no clothing with padding, then you don't touch them.
Yeah.
You see, this is why medieval realism would have been a really great thing for this.
We're about to get. It's about to get worse.
It gets better.
Because people in this time actually had armor and had padding and stuff.
Yeah.
For a reason.
Euron viciously turned the Sand Snakes' weapons against them, spearing a Bart and strangling Nymeria with her whip. Jessica Henwick, there was an accident where Pailu almost freaking choked me out with my own whip.
No!
Then they were shoving me onto a forklift and hoisting me up there for Nymeria's death shot. It was cold, windy, and I don't do well with heights. They wanted to tie me there and put pressure around my neck. As soon as
my god!
No, thank God they didn't do that. Wait, what did they do?
They were basically hanging your pirate style. What the fuck?
Oh my god, they were actually going to hang the person.
What the
Oh my...
No, don't do that to these people.
This is literally this is eclipsing.
These people are psychopaths.
This is eclipsing what we heard before. They literally almost hang people.
Practically.
Add that to the fucking list, Milius. Almost
the
hanging one of the actors.
Her neck would have been broken. She would have been dead.
Okay, so it's just okay. Well, I don't think they just put her on a forklift, hoisted her up, and as soon as they put pressure on her neck, she was like, "Get it off, get it off, get it off." Even just the slightest pressure around my neck was really awful.
I'm saying, what happened if they
considering this? Even if they were considering this, like, holy shit!
Like, just put this in perspective.
That's torture.
Hey, Don, just put this into perspective. Like, if someone, because you know how incompetent they are. Imagine if somebody messed up with the forklift.
She'd have died.
Yeah, I don't know if they did the Sherlock Holmes like a brace around like the waist thing.
I don't think they did that.
I doubt it.
I would
very much.
Yeah,
I would not put money on that.
Yeah. So okay, So hopefully moving on to bad story decisions rather than bad and dangerous production decisions.
Oh, I feel like we might
Oh,
get
no.
some really bad shit. And like it's definitely
Yeah.
like the White Hunt or the Battle of the.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Imagine the Battle of Drogon. If they're gonna set fire to their ships, they're gonna probably set fire to like people. I mean, they did that in
Yeah,
season 8.
I'm pretty sure they did actually set fire to at least costumes during the Golden
Yeah.
Road battle.
And Becca.
Yeah, that's a good. Yeah, why did she need to be in the air? Why not a close up of her face? Yeah, good question. Why was she hoisted? That doesn't make.
They wanted. They were always doing these performances, these faces. This would have been absolutely perfect for that instead of some of the other things.
That's a very good point. Why did she need to be suspended in the air? Close ups, and she has a fear of heights. That's a good question.
Yeah, so it's like
True.
they shouldn't have used her. They should have used a body double, and nobody should have been in the air being hanged in the first freaking place.
No, you don't need to do any of that.
They could literally just have her like stand on a box
There's a
and
thing called
shoot it from the side so it was concealed.
There's a thing called forced perspective.
Yeah.
Which they don't use at all.
Mm-hmm.
This is getting too technical.
Mm-hmm. That's the worst part of this. Like after this, I'm just like, I am not 100% convinced they didn't shoot arrows at Kit Harington. I am just like, after seeing this, like it would just be part of the pattern.
It would be par for the course.
Par for the course after this shit. What the fuck?
What is going on?
Holy God!
Where's their nutters?
It's
Yeah. This chapter is taking a long time to get through, surprisingly.
Because there's so much bullshit in here.
Yeah,
every paragraph almost has something in it.
Yeah. Well, maybe we'll get into like quicker because dang, that is awful. That's really bad. Why would you put this in a book? I think you could at least the actors have not the actors have NDA agreements. None of them have talked about this before. This has been this is 3 or 4 years ago. Why exactly are you putting this out there? I don't think that's.
I don't know. This is absolutely horrifying. And
I'm pretty sure any tabloid newspaper could sell millions on this shit.
They would, but they aren't because I don't think they know.
Let me check actually. So we're at page 339. We're only 9 pages in.
And how many pages are there to this
21.
chapter?
21.
Holy crap, we're only halfway through this damn chapter.
We're a third through.
Oh my gosh.
Does it get
worse? We're 2.5 hours in and we're only 9 pages in.
Well, there's a lot of shit this episode.
Oh man.
Are they gonna try? Are they gonna try to justify all of season 7 in this chapter?
Maybe.
Because we're already at episode 2.
Petition
we're 9 pages in.
Yes, we do.
Petition the server to put that in the A Song of Ice and Fire thing. Petition the server staff. A Sword of Homecoming is only 9 pages. But I don't get why this chapter is 21 pages. Then after that, 8 pages, and then 3 pages, and then 17 pages, and then 25 pages, and then 17 pages. Wait. this is so ridiculously long. And like the next chapters are going to be so short. We'll probably breeze through most of them in like, oh wait, no, not 3 pages. It's 22 pages. 8 pages, then 22 pages, then 18 pages, then 17 pages.
That's it. I brought out Sting. Oh, who wants to get stung, David? I have a scabbard now, so I can bring it with me. It's freaking...
there's gotta be some kind of law for this shit.
There are laws for this, and I bet they're different in the UK than they are around here. But it's still against the law. I don't need to know the specific laws to know that.
Oh, Dragon Demand says, tell me
when you stop recording. I need to share something with you guys.
Oh, that's gonna take a while.
After the video ends. Okay.
That's gonna take a while.
Sure.
Yeah. We're more than 60%. We're at 339 out of 500 out of 452.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh God.
I'm trying to Google whether or not film directors can get punished for stuff on set, and I'm pretty sure they can.
They have to be able to be.
I don't know.
Yes, and the version that's playing in my head is the version from Shrek 2.
Of course, that's the good version.
I need a hero. I'm holding up for a hero.
The worst part is they can't sue this book for slander because this is their own words.
Yeah,
this is being published as fact. They shouldn't be like slander implies that it's not true.
This is not slander.
This is horrifically incriminating. Like, and it's the actor saying it in an official book that was okayed by HBO.
I bet HBO is really, really regretting okaying this book.
At least I am assuming that HBO okayed this book.
Yes, technically it's liable if it's written anyway.
Yeah.
But that's a technicality because it's all true.
Yeah, it's a technicality, but it's like it can't be slander or libel if it's true.
Yes. Yes. So it can't be either, but yes.
Oh, ouch. Dang.
Oh.
Okay. Let's keep going. We're 2.5 hours in, and we're only a third through.
What the?
Okay, let's try
we're only half through. We're only only a half through, since it's 9 out of 21.
We might not even finish this book, this chapter today.
Yeah, it's like, I'm very frustrated. It's just like, you're doing QAnon conspiracies. This is the last watch documentary they publicly released.
Okay, so we can use this book as evidence and get them sued for at least severe reckless endangerment, which can send you to prison from anywhere from 2 1/3 to 7 years.
Yeah.
Also, weapon smuggling.
Weapon smuggling too.
Oh yeah. What if it was dynamite? That would be a riot.
Mm-hmm.
But even if it's not dynamite, it's explosives.
Just like these are like the best part is this is not a conspiracy theory. This is the official book, and they're admitting all of these insane crap in it.
Yeah.
They don't even seem aware that they're admitting incriminating things. They're like, look at our hijinks. I almost got my head cut off. I got my back thrown out. Explosives into Morocco. Yeah. We says hijinks.
It's hijinks. Yay. That's not funny.
No, it's
that
not.
is not very funny.
Okay. Okay. We're 2.5 hours in. We're only halfway through. We need to keep going. Yes.
Yes, we'll do that.
A running list of we will try. I will go back and find it. I will go back and find it.
We already have like 5 plus one ambivalent one with the arrows.
Yeah.
There's like dude nearly getting killed by getting thrown off of his horse. Peter Dinklage being in danger because he was on a horse and cannot physically get to the saddle's stirrups and could have been thrown off. An actress fainting because of the cold and she was wearing barely anything, and they thought it was a joke, and then they realized, oh crap, we need to get her to the hospital. Kirsten Narn, permanent back injury. Injury. There's a whole lot. The baby being put in.
The baby on ice. Yes, the baby on ice.
And people almost fell into the lake into a frozen lake, and the ice started to crack.
And staying on ice, putting extras in ice in cold water for 18 hours or something.
That must be absolute fucking hell.
Okay. Wow, I just need to.
Yeah.
I don't feel like
I just put in the request so that we'd have a place to put the list.
Yeah.
Okay, so there is. Okay, so there. I'm just reading from. I'm just reading right now.
Oh yeah, that
woman who tried smuggling explosives into South Africa was sentenced to 15 years.
Yeah. I can't believe they got away with it. I can't believe they got away with it.
I think we're back to rich white men.
Yeah. Well, rich, dumb white men. Since there are smart white men like Christopher McQuarrie.
They were able to get away with it so easily.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Ooh, yes, that is true.
Oh, we haven't even got there yet. There's more fun coming up. It gets
Yeah.
better.
Like how?
It gets up.
Yeah.
I wish that I were kind of being hyperbolic with my reaction to this, because then it would be like, oh, like, dude, you're playing it up. You're playing it up. You're playing it up. Like, you're playing it for comedy. It's just like, no, this
is real.
I'm honestly retroactively terrified for everyone working on set.
The thing is, like, honestly, I think that like COVID was the best thing to happen, because now I think that D&D are just going to run out their contract. With Netflix, they're not.
Yeah, that would be very nice.
Yeah,
they're not gonna make anything at this rate. Like they just like, oh, we want to do the 3-body problem. The dude who owns the rights got murdered by his underling via poison.
Yeah.
And like, oh, we might do the OA, which is an environmental thing, which is kind of unfilmable because it's from the perspective of a tree or something. It's like some kind of weird experimental book.
I'm trying to read a document from the UN talking about smuggling of explosives, but I can't find anything on punishment.
Yeah.
See if you can find the law in Morocco. What the law in Morocco is.
The Morocco weapons smuggling.
Okay, we've been stuck on this one page for at least 10 minutes. We should probably move on.
Yeah.
Probably, yes.
Oh, the Overstory with Hugh Jackman. What that still baffles me. Hugh Jackman worked with David Benioff before. Why would he do that?
I don't know.
I honestly think that like you could do this as a documentary and turn it into a horror like a dramamentary, like if that's even a word, like The Disaster Artist, and it would be even, or like Entourage or something like that, where it is really, really like just how is this possible? Like
Yeah.
because
Wow. Apparently
What?
in Morocco, guns and all types of weapons are forbidden unless you get a hunting license, which you can only get if you have a good income.
Wow.
Oh, that makes this even worse.
And also the fact that this is an international crime. That's worth noting.
Why would they think this is a good idea to reveal in this book?
I don't know.
Because it's a hygiene.
I wonder if we have an extradition treaty with Morocco.
We probably do. But, and there is no, and the thing is about weapon smuggling, there is no statute of limitation.
No, there isn't.
But maybe just by the virtue of the fact that they are like Morocco's a second or third world country, they probably like, it's fine. You don't care. Maybe.
Yeah, who cares about their stupid laws anyway? Who cares about their stupid laws anyway? They just go around this wearing,
Yeah. But yeah, it's just like weapon smuggling. Yeah. Let's keep going. Okay. For a few moments amid the fighting, Theon finally found his heroism. The face with Euron holding Yara hostage, his Reek alter ego was once again triggered, and Theon jumped off the ship. It was arguably a wise decision, as Euron would have surely killed Theon, yet the move felt like it was inspired more by cowardice than strategy. Yeah. Brian Cogman. Trauma runs deep. Even though Theon acquits himself in the battle, Reek resurfaces when he comes up against Euron, and a huge, expansive fight scene shrank into one that's very personal. Philo Espec. Honestly, I don't think Euron gave a crap. For Euron, his main focus is power, and Theon doesn't have any. Yara and Theon are nothing to him. They're not a concern. I think he was just keeping Yara for fun.
You know, it really saddens me. They never got any closure. Theon just dies to the Night King worthlessly, and fucking Euron just dies to Jaime.
You know what? Reason. So who here has seen? I know Balerion has. Who here has seen the Boston University Virtual Season 8?
I have not.
No, I haven't.
We should watch that sometime because the whole thing is on YouTube.
Okay.
By the way, have any of you guys heard of the channel Good Subs?
I have not.
No.
Yes, this was something that Preston Jacobs recommended. It's a guy who has muted all the dialogue in Season 8 and Season 7 and is playing the scenes with subtitles, but he's rewritten the dialogue to be exponentially better.
Oh, wow.
Check it out. Check it out.
Well, that's
it
funny.
It even changes the plot in a way that makes it make way more sense.
So the reason why I want to pick the Virtual Season 8 over any of the other rewrites, can you guess why? Take a wild guess.
Why? I'm not going to think of it.
I think I can.
I don't even want to guess.
2 reasons. 1, it actually accomplishes a better story in less time than Season 8 takes, where each of the episodes is an hour. And it's a just radio drama. Also, because of when it came out. It came out 6 months before Season 8 came out.
Yes.
Oh, shit.
Yes.
Yeah.
I remember that now. I remember cracking up when you told me that the first time.
Yeah, you thought it was like a fix when it came out. Nope. That ain't a fix. That was a prediction.
It came out first.
It came out
yep.
first.
yep, maybe they read the leaks. I don't know, but maybe they read the leaks. I don't know. I don't think so.
It's a completely different story.
Yeah,
It actually is a story.
It is yeah. It's just like, dang, dang.
This book is insane.
Yeah, it is insane. Like, why would they think like the tabloids would have a field day with this book?
Media in general would have a field day with this book.
And yet nobody is. Why is it just us?
Why
and Dragon
is nobody
Demands
reporting
and
on this?
It's just Dragon Demands,
Jills.
kind of Dragon Demands, Gray Area, and us. And even Gray Area didn't bring up this. She just brought up like the stuff about Danny. Like, this is way more horrifying than any of the stuff with Danny.
Mm-hmm.
Like even though like they were
I think
negligent.
they were. I think she was kind of more on trying to figure out what was happening with her character behind the scenes.
Yeah,
hyper focused.
As I said, there is a reason why I'm retroactively terrified for every single cast and set member.
Yeah.
For a very good reason.
Negligent. Yeah. I think. Yeah. It's. Yeah.
It's not just negligence. It's
also
criminal negligence.
And they're just super incompetent. Like, I think that it's incompetence coupled with negligence. That's my perspective, because they're too dumb to realize that they're being negligent. So kind of works with this one.
You pompous, negligent, iTunes gift card as a holiday bonus giving mother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Red Team. Yeah, they did.
Neither that.
Not these details. Yeah, they mostly like.
I think what they did was they picked through it and decided, no, we're not going to report on the worst stuff.
Yeah.
Or they just kind of skipped over it.
Maybe.
Yeah, because they only did the kind of minimal reporting on it.
Yeah, like this is like it's just like maybe like they just publicly didn't release the whole thing, since like some of it's on their Patreon.
No, that's possible, but
wouldn't
it's kind of a topic that doesn't really need to get locked behind a Patreon bar.
Why wouldn't you, like, yeah, the base stories? Why wouldn't you pick out like the like horrendous near misses that happened and the grievous bodily injury that nearly happened on set? Like, that seems like that would get like so many clicks.
Yeah, why?
Some of these YouTube channels are mainly focused now on House of the Dragon too.
Which House of the Dragon, I don't know how good that's going to be. I do not think it will be a train wreck. I don't think it will be that. I think the Lord of the Rings show is going to be a train wreck.
Well, it can't be a train wreck because Benioff and Weiss are not going to be on it.
Well, yeah, the bar was already set so low that it's literally near the Earth's core.
Criminal negligence on Twitter.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. I think that it will be at least competent. That's my perspective.
Mm-hmm.
What are your bets that the Amazon show is going to feature a sex scene between Sauron and Ar-Pharazôn?
Between who and who again?
Sauron and King Ar-Pharazôn, the King of Numenor.
All right, you're banned.
Oh.
Wait, wasn't Ava DuVernay on that?
Oh, no.
I don't know.
That's it. I'm pulling out Sting. That's it. I'm pulling it out of his scabbard. All right, who wants to get stung?
Okay, I'm gonna assemble some screenshots. I'm gonna put it in the Discord, and then I will tweet them out. Because this is insane.
Yeah, it is. It really, really is.
Yeah. Okay. The finished sequence was a uniquely frenetic set piece, just like about every other action scene in the show. The sea battle had its own style and told a character-driven story while still feeling like a part of the Thrones world. Oh my goodness, that's terrible. Mike Malott, I'm very proud of this sequence, and the special effects guys did an excellent job of making it not feel like a car part, giving the whole thing texture, and making it feel like you're really at sea. Yeah, on top of nearly giving somebody third-degree burns by having their wig catch on fire. Let's keep going. Euron captured Ilaria. Yeah, it's not a bad action scene, no.
Yeah.
So there was a joke that where he said that probably Sauron might bang Ar-Pharazôn. That might be a possibility.
No comment.
Also,
Gunn also gets banned.
Why? Why?
I mean, we know that an intimacy coordinator was hired.
That person also gets banned.
Banned from what? Living? Banned from what?
Yes,
living or writing?
He will get stung.
Hashtag
All right.
ban done. Don't just cancel him anymore. Ban him.
I will ban them from existence.
Let's get organized.
I can tell where they are because Sting will start glowing blue.
Hypatia, let's get organized.
Yeah.
This
Wish
is
I had the
really-
magic
Only
sword. I'd
goblins and
probably do the same thing. God.
One at a time, please. Don't talk
sorry.
over each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate when we do that.
Should we maybe keep going?
Yeah, let's keep going. Okay, Euron captured Ilaria and her daughter Tyene, took them back to King's Landing. Cersei got revenge, in one of the most devious ways possible. Poisoned Tyene while forcing a chained gagged Ilaria to watch, unable to comfort her dying daughter. Their desperate agony combined with Cersei's slightly conflicted gloating made for a deeply disturbing sequence. Okay.
Slightly conflicted?
I didn't hear that.
I have no idea what that's about.
Slightly conflicted. Why is she conflicted? Why would she be conflicted? She's getting revenge. That doesn't make any sense. Also, Cersei's not a conflicted person, like at all.
No, she's a
Cersei's
nutter.
Very straightforward. She's very straightforward.
I
She's a
don't
very
remember
straightforward. She's a very straightforward narcissistic sociopath.
I don't remember it being conflicted.
Kind of like a certain showrunner.
Yeah. I don't know if David Benioff's a sociopath. I don't even know if he's good enough, smart enough to deserve that epithet.
No, I mean the other part. Well, most likely.
Narcissist.
I mean, psychopaths aren't necessarily smart.
True.
Yeah, they
I don't-
aren't.
It's more in the sense they're ruthless.
But he's not really ruthless. He has lots of tells. Psychopaths usually and sociopaths usually don't have tells. Because like they have like no like empathy meter, and parts of their brain just that will tell them not to lie don't work. Yeah, we're supposed to. Oh.
Yeah, we're supposed to feel bad.
Yeah.
Oh, I kind of forgot to feel bad about Cersei. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's keep going. Okay, India Varma. What I love about the scene is you're reading it, eating it, and from one sentence to the next, you don't know what's going to happen. How Cersei is going to treat her victim. I just thought the delivery of the information was so clever, especially the kiss of death comes before the information. Mike Malad. The most obvious thing would be for Cersei to just bathe in her revenge. But there's almost this self-loathing about this character that she's giving into this, and on some level hated herself, but was doing it anyway? What?
That was not how it transitioned on screen.
No, it wasn't.
Once again, I'm sorry.
Okay. Okay. Allow me to pull that up.
Uh-oh.
I'm just gonna
Nihilus,
stop.
you're also banned.
I'm gonna stop. You know what? I'm not gonna pull this down anymore. I just have to keep sharing it. It's a waste of effort at this point.
Yeah. Oh my god. Oh, and when we're done, you should go back and highlight every instance where there was an injury.
Or a potential injury.
Yeah.
I don't know if
So
anybody
that
could quite
we can
forget about
have
Lena
it
Headey.
completely documented. Oh my god.
So what are we looking at this time? Highlight the bit.
We're talking about the death of Tayyin and then
And then they
Alaria.
kind of forgot about Alaria. Like, she's apparently like still down there. Maybe she just starved to death or got crushed under the red keep collapsing in on itself.
Well, season 8 will happen in a couple of days, so
Those rocks were so mean.
Hey, fuck those rocks. Those rocks costed me everything.
Oh my god.
Bleep rocks, anyway.
Yeah.
So
Fuck rocks.
Anyway.
So like it comes off like she is gloating like crazy and is totally loving this. This is so.
Yep.
This is so like this scene. This is like your view of you are not smart about conveying this on screen. That was not how it came off.
Yeah, no, it didn't.
I'm debating whether or not to show that scene just to kind of like. What do you think, chat? Shall we show the scene to kind of like?
Do you want to get these?
Yeah, true.
Yeah, copyright, too much of a risk.
Yeah, God, dude, screw those people. Well,
Yeah,
HBO's
perhaps
like,
we can do that for a movie night or something, so that we have it.
I don't think so. Like, we would have to watch the entirety of season 7 and the rest of
Great.
the show.
No, that would be terrible.
Oh yes.
Yeah, that's quite possible.
Yeah.
The thing is, we have done it without sounds before, and it ended up getting the stream in trouble anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that was the Hobbit one with the deleted scene. Or extended edition scene.
Thankfully, I was able to get that cleared. Thankfully, I did clear that up.
Oh, thank goodness.
Yeah, I realized that it was fine.
Pardon me, we did manage the arrow scene, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we did manage the arrow scene.
Yeah, I have experience with the copyright issues. Because the way Anomaly Inc. did his reviews is he watched the whole episode live for some reason. And he just kept getting copyrighted.
Yeah.
Really annoying.
But he
Anyway,
somehow got
let's
it
go.
released. Okay.
Yeah, let's go.
Lena always made the left field choice. She always played the black notes on the keyboard and surprised you with her choices. They were so smart and almost counterintuitive. What? Oh, wait.
I want my baby to live.
Yeah, she never played her character like a baddie, but a character trying to do the right thing from her point of view.
Bullshit.
Oh my good god. Why are they always using the word daddy?
She's only ever self-interested. Like, only ever works her own self-interest.
Like, that is a good point. So maybe like he's talking about alternative takes, and then Dumb and Dumber chose to use different stuff.
Don't sully the good name of the Dumb and Dumber movie.
Yeah.
Dip, crap, and dumb arse. Dip, crap, and dumb arse. I'm pretty sure there's no good movies with that title.
Yeah.
I mean, look on Google and like, oh damn it, we gotta finish something else.
Okay. Okay. We still have 10 pages left.
Good
Okay, let's power through then.
Okay. So Vera Varma, there was a lot of blood and snot and sweat and tears. Rosabelle, Laurenti Sellers, and I had to be shackled. They very kindly put some felt inside the handcuffs so we didn't get bruised and battered, though we ended up bruised anyway because your acting takes over. Okay. Okay. The shackles kept coming off, so they had to tighten them. Then we couldn't get them off. Okay.
Oh.
This is kind of, it's okay. That's weird, but it's not bad.
Yeah, that's more. They don't know how to shackle people properly.
Yeah.
And I'm glad they don't.
Are we the
So-
baddies? Are we the baddies?
The thing is, you don't need to be, oh, I think I'm the good guy. You just have to know, okay. Like,
What's this character's motivation?
yeah, what's the character's motivation? Why are they doing it?
Yes.
Why did they do the things they do?
Why, are the,
The
why, are the,
Mandalorian.
why did the tabloids not spam this book?
I have no idea. Becca's got a good point, though. It's like they're bad guys because we're not following their story. They think they're the good guys.
And Cersei kind of just. Well, Cersei doesn't even in the book, as far as I'm aware, Cersei doesn't necessarily think she's the good guy. She thinks that mercy and love are for the weak.
Yeah, she is a real psycho in the books.
Yeah, she is nuts. like legit nuts and delusional. And really dumb too. Like she gets lied to constantly and she doesn't notice it.
Yeah, she is a prime candidate for going crazy and burning down the city.
Yeah.
Yeah, she is. Anyway, let's power through the rest of this shit.
All right.
Yes.
So
if we can.
Ilaria hasn't had quite the screen time, so people are inevitably more invested in Cersei. But obviously, no one wants to see someone's child killed in front of them. It's every parent's worst nightmare, beyond worst nightmare. It was quite a challenge from an acting perspective to be interesting with no lines.
The problem is that they would kind of ruthlessly kill the Martells, so fuck them.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And just were terribly written characters.
Yeah.
It's fun. It was fun trying to play anger, resentment, and impotence in that situation, but still trying to fight. At what point do you give up wanting to fight? It's a parental instinct where you just want to keep fighting for your child. Well done to Endure Varma for putting more thought into this material than the writers did. Well done.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, well done.
Respect to these actors.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And let's put them all in bubble wrap so they don't get hurt anymore.
Okay. So, Daenerys dispatched another fleet to the Lannister homestead of Castle Rock to seize the Lannister forces. But Jaime had already taken his forces and departed to attack Daenerys' allies at Highgarden. And apparently they suck. Apparently the Highgarden troops, despite being an army that was courted through the majority of the show, sucks donkey wang.
Is that what it
And
says?
apparently they were defeated by like 2,000 people, even though there's supposed to be 50,000 of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
And their only explanation is a golden rose.
It doesn't say that in the book, does it? Donkey Wang?
No, it doesn't say donkey wang.
Bother.
I wouldn't put it past them, but no.
Pardon me, ladies.
Oh my god.
Mitchell and Webb, I actually don't know about that one. I actually don't know which one. Mitchell and Webb, I'm not sure. I'll post some things on Twitter. I look forward to kind of these shills saying, "Oh, that's just hyperbolic. You're just a hater." No, I'm reading through this book and I'm horrified that the like actual human rights violations.
These are actual quotes from the book, you idiots.
And also, and yet, why is cancel culture not going after this guy? And yet, like, there are some people saying, let's start a hashtag cancel Shadiversity thing.
Yeah, people want to cancel Shad, but not this guy.
Well,
Just
I
like-
know.
Just
Like,
because-
I'm pretty sure there is a website dedicated entirely to hating everything to do with Mauler. They're like,
yeah.
apparently there's nothing like that for this.
Oh yeah, the cancel Shad thing was just about, like, he said, like, this is why I'm leaving Patreon. And he just said, I think that, like, Lauren Southram is a legit journalist, and I like Sargon, thinks Sargon of God and Stephen Chowder are, like, relatively entertaining people. That's all. And from there they said, Shad is a white nationalist. What? He's not even American. He's an Australian.
Yeah, I don't even want the author of this book canceled. I just want Benioff and Weiss canceled.
Yeah, just like not canceled. We don't use that word. Blacklisted.
Yeah, no. Blacklisted.
Blacklisted.
James Hibbard. James Hibbard, if anything, should be rewarded for giving us all this evidence.
Yes, he should be.
Yeah, canceling.
You're all heroes, James Hibbard.
Yeah.
Thank you, James Hibbard, for being so dumb that you released this information to the public.
Yes.
Oh, glory to the great James Hibbard. He's even greater than David now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, let's go.
Jamie
Yes.
was using the same ploy Rob Stark used on with Battle of Whispering Wood. Yes, but it was still dumb. It made no sense.
That isn't even accurate. But
Yeah,
let's go. Let's just keep going. Let's just keep going.
At Highgarden, Jamie personally executed Olenna by commanding the Queen of Thorns to drink poison. The unruffled Olenna still got the last word by revealing she was been the one who arranged Joffrey's assassination. Tell Cersei, Olenna said in one of the show's all-time best final lines, tell her, I want her to know it was me. Nikolai Castor-Waldau. Finally, Jamie got something right. He was this man who you'd heard so much about, and you'd never seen him do anything that worked. Here he succeeded in a clever outmaneuvering of Daenerys, and then he's up against this powerhouse Olenna Tyrell. She was like Cersei, just from our point of view, she's on the good side. She goes out with bite. Okay. Mike Malad. Nikolai walked into this scene with all the power in the world. He just decimated this army. He's a god, a conquering hero. And yet this little old lady takes him apart in 15 minutes. Yep. Well,
15 seconds.
15
But
seconds.
also, he is really embellishing the accomplishment here.
Yeah, a little bit. Also, as far as I'm aware, Diana Rigg, well, I guess it's kind of a clever camera trick. Olenna Tyrell's actually, like, the lady playing her, Diana Rigg, she's like 5'11". Like, she's a tall lady as far as I recall. Like,
Yeah, she's tall.
yeah.
Rip Diana Rigg.
Yeah.
It doesn't look short, certainly.
Yeah, she's, and like...
No,
so-
apparently she's 5'8.5".
Okay,
or
5'8.5",
174.
never mind. Okay, 5'8.5", never mind.
That's still tall.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
still, and like in her younger days, like she looks like she could be now the Dormer's sister. Like,
Yeah, she does. She
Yeah.
really does.
yeah, so the perfect casting there. She takes every bit of power from him, even though she's dead. That's so Game of Thrones to me. And Nikolai's directness and not milking the moment, yet showing the underlying humanity that's growing in him, was so brilliant. Yeah, that's one of the few good scenes in season 8.
7.
Seven.
Oh, I
Seven,
hate that. Like, the few moments too, his humanity is growing, just to be
Yeah.
ripped from him in the last episode or two.
Yeah. It's so frustrating. Jamie Lannister finally kills a major character, and it's a grandmother with poison. Oh my god. Well, that's actually kind of true. He was trying to be nice about it, but he's still killing her. She's an old lady, but has to go. She got the final word, and it was devastating. She was never going to beg. Diana Rigg did an amazing job. It was so fun to be there when she wrapped in the showrunners, came out and said a few words. She had a huge impact on the show. I wonder what those words were. Dan Weiss. Olenna was probably the only character to win her own death scene. That sentence doesn't make any sense to me.
No, it doesn't.
I guess like maybe she just got the last word.
She got the last laugh.
Yeah, I guess so. It's a weird way of putting it, but well, moving on. Mike Milan, my one regret was there was some confusion over how we wanted the scene to end. I wanted to end by stealing a shot from the Godfather, so when Nikolai leaves, you can still see Olenna through the cracked doorway as the camera pulls back. The door ended up being built in a different spot, which was a heartbreaker at the time. Interesting.
Wait. They're talking about the scene where he marries his girlfriend and...
No, this is like this is like...
No, I'm talking about the scene they were trying to steal from The Godfather.
I haven't seen The Godfather, so maybe.
I haven't seen it either because that kind of movie just doesn't interest me.
I need to, since like I'm weird in that I like dark stuff. Like I think Joker is the best movie to come out in the last 5 years. Well, no, not 5 years.
it
probably
might
like
actually
three.
be.
Maybe. Well, it's either 3 or it's like definitely the last 3 years, since 2019 was bad.
Yeah, 2019
really
was
bad.
not a good year for movies, nor was
No.
2020.
Well, I never seen The Godfather either, so you can lump me in with that crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen it either, but I really should.
I feel bad
and
that
I'm probably going to.
I feel bad that I've seen The Room and Kirk Cameron Saving Christmas and A Kid in Aladdin's Palace and A Kid in King Arthur's Court and bits of Nuki and Van Helsing, and I've never seen The Godfather or The Godfather Part 2.
I mean, have any of you guys seen Mickey Mouse and the Three Musketeers?
Yes, I have seen that.
You have seen that?
Yes, I have.
I watched that so many times as a kid.
Are we done with this chapter already?
Yeah, let's get back on topic, please.
Yeah. Okay, having looted the spoils of war, Jaime led a Lannister army wagon train toward King's Landing. So this is going to be the entirety of season 7 in one
Pretty
chapter.
much.
But an enraged Daenerys was finished playing nice and ambushed the Lannister forces with their Dothraki blood riders and dragons. No, single dragon.
Single dragon.
Maybe it was a reshoot.
Yeah.
Makes me think.
Finally, we see the nuclear potential of Daenerys' full-grown child. There's only one, with a sequence that set an industry record for the number of stuntmen set on fire.
That's
I told you. I told you.
And this is season 7. I think they set more people on flame on fire in season 8.
That's not something to be proud of, guys.
Okay, repeat that point about people being set on fire again. What's that about being set on fire? Sorry.
Finally, we saw the nuclear potential with a sequence that set an industry record for the number of stuntmen set on fire. It doesn't state the exact words, it just says industry record.
Let's find out what the industry record is.
For the number of stuntmen set on fire. That was met in this show.
Okay, I had to leave for a while because a package just arrived. I had to put it together. What did I miss?
You missed a lot.
Yeah, you missed a lot.
You missed. Did you miss us freaking out over real pyrotechnics on wooden ships?
No, I was there for that. I think that was actually where I had to leave.
Did you miss out on hanging Nymeria?
Like,
no,
actually,
yes, I did. I missed out on that.
So apparently, like, Jessica Henwick had an actual rope put around her neck and was hoisted up.
What?
She was supposed to be hoisted up by a rope around her neck, but then she's like, "No, fuck this."
What? What?
And apparently, a stunt double's wig caught on fire.
What?
Yes.
And people fell through a ship because there weren't any markers.
Wood. Yeah. They...
Okay, so the record they broke was 32 stuntmen set on fire for the record on 2018.
You know, maybe it's a good thing that we use so much CGI nowadays because it means less actor endangerment.
Yeah.
Also, apparently they had 73 fire burns.
What?
Oh my god!
I am not surprised at all.
Do you mind playing a nostalgia clip for me where he just goes, "What?" Because it's like, I don't want to keep saying "what."
What did you
let me find it.
I did not see that. That did not happen.
What did you put in this coffee? I didn't see that. That didn't happen. That couldn't have.
Yes.
Well, Tism McTismy. Let's get on the road, Charlie.
Yeah, there's also...
Let's keep going.
Yeah, I do need to just play one thing, and that's the thing that Wolf wanted me to play.
What? What?
Thank you. Because just what the actual heck?
Okay.
I step away. I step away to put something together. I come back and I learn I missed all the most interesting stuff.
We had
not just that, but let's see. 73 were lit on fire. Is the exact number of stuntmen.
Okay, they should have set one more on fire because I don't like all numbers like that.
So our stunt. So apparently the stunt coordinator really wanted to get into the Guinness World Book of World Records for this one.
And they should. Congratulations! Congratulations! You're now in the Guinness World Records book for being the most neglectful managers on sets, as well as putting your employees, as well as your cast and crew, under serious endangerment multiple times.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Someone decided to put in a book we had 73 serious burns. Yep. Also, because of the nature of our attacking animals, anything with live horses, shouldn't they have less freedom to set stuntmen on fire? That is a very, very good point.
It is.
It's
like, oh dear. Like, let's keep going. Okay, so
there's pulling 100%. There's between pulling 110% to something you're really into your work, and then there's just straight up endangering it.
Okay, what the heck? Of our attacking animals, we had the liberty to expand on the number of burns. Are you nuts?
What are you talking about?
Wait, where is that? Because of the nature of our... Oh, no. Oh my god, no. Oh no.
Because of the nature of our attacking animals. Which animals are these?
Horses.
What even?
That is... I am actually surprised at that too. Yeah.
Yes, I'm surprised.
Wow.
I wouldn't be surprised if they actually did that.
This is the longest we've ever spent on one chapter.
I mean, I don't know what they even say anymore. Just silence. So
okay.
Silence.
Okay. So no film or TV show has ever did that in a whole show, let alone in one sequence. That's not a good thing. We also set 20 people on fire at one time, which is a record. Also a record. In Saving Private Ryan, they had 13 on a beach, and in Braveheart, they had 18 partial burns. Because of the nature of our attacking
animals, it's a difference between it's 13 to 18, and there's that's one thing. But 73.
Well, we're also talking about competent directors and incompetent directors. Not directors. I mean the showrunners. You know,
scam artists. Let's just call them what they are. They're scam artists.
Yes.
Con
that's
men.
What they are.
Yep. Because that is the only way they were able to get this job. Because they don't
this is above and beyond incompetence. Incompetence draws a fine line. There's a difference between being incompetent and being neglectful. And rather
and also
look similar,
completely insane.
Yeah, this is pretty insane.
Yep.
Completely and utterly.
We're almost beyond negligence now. We're bragging about the number of people we burned.
Yeah.
Fucking Targaryen.
I want to know how bad those burns were.
God damn.
I do too.
Yeah, Dragon Demands. I would agree. I'd be horrified because 20 people set fire at one time. It's like that management. That's a nightmare. That's a PR nightmare.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I wouldn't be worried at all if Akira Kurosawa did something like this. But we're not talking about Akira Kurosawa. We're talking about like noobs, literal noobs.
Yeah, not even noobs. Not even noobs. They're just they're aware of what they're doing.
Yeah. By the way, Becca, the apologists still exist to this day.
Yeah, they do.
Oh yeah, but I remember having arguments on fucking Quora or this website. People were bending over backwards to defend the stupid shit that was happening in season 7.
Yeah, by the way, Dragon Demands, have you seen Cobweb Castle or Throne of Blood? Because in that one, in the finale, the main character gets shot with real arrows time and time and time and time and time and time and time again.
Isn't that yeah, Diana Rigg in 1969 and Natalie Dormer in Present? They look like twins. I can barely tell the difference. Dang, son. Like, Olenna has this line in season 5, I think. Season 4, actually. I was very good. I was very good. Yeah. Yeah. No, I will never thank D&D. Nina Gold's the actual, person who does work, because Dipcrap and Dumbarse don't know how basic casting works. Like, if you've read the second or third chapter, it went into in how much detail how much they suck at casting. As the casting process and how much they don't know anything about it, and they've admitted that. I think there's a Macbeth adaptation.
Yeah, Macbeth is an adaptation of Macbeth set in Japan. And yes, they did shoot the main character with arrows dozens of times. Real arrows too, by the way. What a spine on that actor! Like, he was in all of Kurosawa's films.
I don't remember. I know she was a spy. I didn't. She was a Bond girl. Okay, I didn't know.
Yeah, she was in Bond too.
Oh, she was Bond, and she was in the Avengers TV show, the spy show. Yeah. Okay, let's keep going. So, as you might expect, setting a person on fire and then watching them burn for a while is a rather tense business. Well, no crap, Sherlock.
You don't say.
No shit. It's elementary, my dear Watson.
Yeah.
Yeah, setting people on fire, it's really casual. I mean, for D&D anyways.
Are you trying to get up there on
He says it's like he's Hercule Poirot or something.
Yeah. Each stunned person is covered with fire-resistant clothes, a cooling gel, and a mask, but the process is still dangerous. Once aflame, a stunned person has to hold their breath until the shot is complete and the flames are extinguished. Okay. Even a shot lasting just 30 seconds can feel like an eternity when you're engulfed in flames, unable to see, and weighed down by heavy protective gear and a costume, all while running around waving your arms.
Yeah, I think that's the reason why we use CGI flames instead of real flames.
Yeah, exactly.
CG what?
What's that?
Or it's even like you can film real fire and then comp it in.
Oh.
You don't even need to use CG fire.
Oh dear.
It's gotta be real.
Oh dear. It's totally different than having Rowley Arium, the stunt coordinator. It's totally different than than going underwater in your bathtub and counting the seconds in your head. If somebody bumps you and you breathe in by accident, you will breathe in flame. The most dangerous thing is reignition. There's a good minute of everybody staying down afterward as you're still flammable at this point.
Keep in mind, these are the people who keep on retaking these action scenes. They keep doing more and more takes right after each other. Like, imagine what state these extras were in when it was all over.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be terrified of fire after they finished with that.
Pyrophobia.
Yep.
I'd be terrified before. I'd be terrified during.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you would. This would cause almost anyone to develop a phobia of that.
Now listen, I find fire beautiful and fascinating. That does not mean that you should play around with it so willy-nilly.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, great.
Oh no, no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Okay.
Oh no.
Oh, great. Getting a unique performance out of each person is also difficult, because when a person is on fire, their focus is pretty strongly fixated on not dying. Also, no crap.
Yeah, because when you're on fire, you don't want to be burnt to crisp.
You don't say. I mean, this
And
is
you
like
certainly don't want
mind-blowing.
to breathe in the flame, because that.
Oh
could
no,
kill
they're
you.
talking about the John and the Wight now.
Back
Oh,
in
no.
season 1, a
Wait, so
scene
they're
in
doing
Castle
something
Black
season one?
the required setting a stunt person on fire when Jon Snow stole a lantern and a wight, except the take didn't go originally as planned. What? This
What?
is new.
So you mean to tell me that they've had problems with fire since season 1?
And they didn't learn from it.
Set people on fire.
And they had 73 burns, 32 on fire.
Unknown degree.
Yeah. Wow.
Fixated on not dying, you don't say.
Mm-hmm. So we had to figure out, what does a wight do when it burns, and wanted to avoid the zombie trope. The one thing I knew I didn't want was for him to run and wave his arms, because that's what people would do when they're in a burn. So we rehearsed with the stun person, this is what we want you to do. We got everything ready with the mask, we put the chemical on him, and then we threw the fire on him. What did he do? He ran around and waved his arms.
No shit, dumbass.
Okay, one victim.
And you're playing this as a joke, essentially.
Uh-huh.
This is not a joke.
I have a twisted sense of humor, and even I find that that's messed up. That's just straight messed up.
Let's just keep going.
This bit is kind of just cringe, but more like normal studio hack cringe. One victim of Daenerys' dragons in the loot train attack may have been a character who wasn't shown on camera during the sequence. May have been. In season 7, pop singer Ed Sheeran had a cameo as a singing Lannister soldier.
They keep referencing 3, but there was only 1 during the attack.
Also, this guy was in the Riverlands.
Yeah, why would he be in the Reach? The Reach is not that close.
Someone make. Is there a noise?
You mean close for medieval stairs, but still like 2 weeks.
According to Dragon Mass, this is literally Hibbert copying a fan meme that was going around in season 8.
That is also true.
I hear a rumbling noise. What the hell is that?
Yeah, what is that?
It's kind of like how they stole his wiki entry for the white book prop in season 8.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the fact that they copied Dragon's title and they actually made that a thing.
That is a good question.
I mean, micromanaging is apparently their main habit.
And also the guy who was telling Euron's actor Pylu to actually hit people, he specifically said, didn't mention the name. I think it was Benioff, because that seems like
it just said a guy.
So I think that would be Benioff. Like I can't think of anybody else. Yeah, that's true. True. Yeah. So, later season 8 made a curiously specific throwaway line of dialogue describing a fate of a Lannister soldier named Eddie, a ginger, who came back from the with his face burnt off. He's got no eyelids. Following the loot train dragon attack. It's the Battle of the Gold Road, you idiot. The showrunners never revealed whether the dialogue referred to Sheeran's character, who is the subject of considerable discussion when the season aired. Facepalm. This is so stupid.
Yeah, can't blame you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have no reaction. I'm kind of just like moving on.
Yeah. Jeremy Pedeswa, director. One thing the Thrones never did was stunt casting. Everybody in the world wanted to be on Thrones, and Dan and David never rose to that bait. With Ed Sheeran, we didn't
It didn't feel like a weird thing to anybody on the show because Maisie knew him. He's in the UK, and we needed somebody who could sing. It was a small part, and he had acted before. Did he act well, is that question. Okay. Then, when we got there, he was the loveliest, most grounded guy you could ever meet. It was really cold. It was wilderness all day long. He didn't want to run back to his trailer. He sat down with all the extras playing. The Lannister army was happy to be there, and he did a lovely job. If he wasn't there cheering pop star, nobody would have ever batted an eye at the person playing that role. I imagine that's a fair point. Daenerys' firebombing attack also sparked a debate between the showrunners, one they say is a typical example of their occasional disputes. Ooh, that's interesting. Wait, what?
What?
Oh my goodness. There was a long argument over when the horses fought when the dragons, just one dragon, get it right.
I know they keep doing that. It's almost like they. I wonder if this was something they cut out.
Maybe.
I have no idea why he keeps referencing 3.
Oh God, they're defending the celebrity.
Dramatized by Shoot, as he said in the interview, look how fun this is. I don't blame cameos. I blame when you put their that's a very good point. Like his face is very much focused upon, and Ed Sheeran is a very recognizable person. Shouldn't the horses be afraid? Dan was like, they've been with for a long time. Dan Weiss, why would they be afraid? David Benioff, because they're horses and they're frickin' dumb and dragons are big and scary. So you spent like an hour on that. Oh, come on. Oh, wow.
No.
This is just proving that David Benioff is an immature douchebag.
Horses are not actually stupid.
Remember the season 1 with a horse? Remember there was a fire and they didn't want to jump over the fire pit even though the fire was put out? But horses are dumb, just to remind you.
Horses are simple-minded. There's a difference. They don't have complex thinking, but they have at least some survival instinct.
Like most animals, actually. Most animals aren't stupid, but they rely mostly on
them being
instincts.
like they say, oh, they were afraid of the dragon. The dragon is CGI.
Kind of hard to be afraid of something that isn't there.
Yeah, I know, but yeah,
I think they were talking about in universe.
Were they trying to deliberately make the horses? Sorry.
No, go for it.
Were they deliberately trying to make the horses scared?
I don't know. So, well, let's find out.
Horses are hard to work with when they're calm.
Oh gosh, an hour discussing literally 4 seconds of film that probably will happen when most people are not looking at their watch or checking their messages. An hour discussing 4 seconds of film. That seems a little bit excessive.
It is. By the way, those horses are fearless.
Yeah, by the way, we're fearless. Just 4 episodes into season 7, the Martell and Tyrell families have been wiped out. The Lannister forces have been attacked during an epic sequence that would normally have served as the season's climactic battle.
We never saw it. All we saw was the aftermath, not the actual battle.
Yeah. Yeah, we just saw the end. Well, I think they're referring to the loot train fight, as they put it, not the like the battle with the Tyrells and Martells. It's just like, no, the
reason they cut that out because it would look stupid.
Yeah, and also, yeah.
And Dragon demands. Did they wipe out the Martell armies?
I thought they kind of forgot about Dorne.
Yeah, they basically did.
Yeah, Dorne is not even mentioned again until season 8, episode 4.
Oh, some debate questioning. Oh, he's going.
Oh, the White Suns. Here we go.
Is that in this chapter too?
I think it is.
It probably is. Yeah.
Oh wow, this chapter's hardcore.
Yeah, this chapter is dense. It's like every shot in the prequels. So much is going on.
I think I've got dust in my eyes.
Okay.
I know. I feel like
I think I gotten something on my brain.
Okay. So there's still, I think, 9 pages. Well, let's see. How many? So what do we got? What do we got here? So we're at page. We have 8 pages left. We have 8 pages left.
Let's power
thank
through.
God.
Go.
Okay. Okay. So behind the scenes, there was some debate about the show's quickening narrative urgency. Nikolai Casserolda, I've been lured into a different pace. Everything was happening quicker than I was used to. Storylines met and clashed, and it was surprising. Already? Now what? A lot of things that normally took one season took one episode. Yeah.
You think?
Yeah, funk.
Yeah, I need to get that clip. I need to get that Yzma clip, since it seems like it would be rather useful.
All right, keep going.
Okay. Kit Harington. Thrones had been a plodding, slow machine. It was turning into a classic drama, like a thriller. I was worried about that, if I'm honest. Will changing what Thrones is work? Because it was so different than what everybody was used to. David Benioff, for a long time, we've been talking about the wars to come. Well, the war was pretty much there. So it was really about trying to find a way to make the story work without feeling like we're rushing it.
You should have had.
Remember how in the last chapter they were like, "Oh, ooga booga, fans so dumb for thinking that they rushed it."
And they fucking rushed it into an insane degree that they literally came up with a whole plot line just to have the wall fall, and and then they made the White Walkers a fucking Keystone Army so they can wrap them up real quick in a nice little fucking bow, and then Cersei and fucking Euron became a plot device.
They should have had at least one more season to wrap up everything.
True.
And then Cersei got killed by some fucking rubble.
It was you.
I just want everyone to remember. I just want everyone to remember. Last chapter, they said, "Oh, fans are dumb for thinking they rushed it." Then they admit 3 pages later that yes, they did rush it, and now they're saying in this chapter, yes, we rushed it.
Yeah.
I forgot about Lady Stoneheart.
Isn't White
damn.
actually? You see, Tywin's mother had sex with a geode.
You know.
All right. Let's just whip this pace
let's,
along.
Let's keep going. It's
How dare
urgency from within the story that drove the pace rather than any external decision. Oh,
bullshit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Repeat that.
It's urgency from within the. It's urgency from within the story that drove the pace rather than any external decision.
Bull.
I call bullshit.
Yeah, just no.
Bull fucking shit.
Yeah.
Fucking,
All right,
wanted to
keep
get
going,
that
keep
finish
going,
line
keep
real
going.
fucking quick.
Okay.
Quiet.
Let me keep going. It wasn't let's make things move faster. Yes, it was. Things were moving faster because in the world of these characters, the war they've been waiting for was upon them. The conflict they've been building for 6 previous years were upon them, and those facts gave them a sense of urgency that made them move faster.
No, it made them act. No, you rushed them by making them act in ways that were completely nonsensical.
Yeah,
all right, we're moving on.
Battles be won in in fucking hours. Fucking the whole long night was just 1 hour of an episode. No, that shit should have been like seasons. Like the books is probably going to do it. It's going to be like a whole book dealing with fucking winter. But no, it's just an episode. It's fuck you.
No, winter has already started in the books in the epilogue of A Dance with Dragons.
Yeah, I know. I'm talking about like in the show. It should have been like a season or 2.
Yeah.
With the White
Yeah,
Walkers.
we know it's raw. We know that they were asked to do more seasons and that they didn't. So we know it's their decision, not the story. So shut up, not you.
Yeah.
Someone's pointing out in the chat, good thing the wars they were in earlier didn't give the characters a sense of urgency.
The story made me. There's one from Becca too. Oh wow, I didn't know books could be diagnosed with freaking schizophrenia. Interesting.
Correct.
Anyway, let's just keep going.
Yes.
We've been here for. It's going to be 20 minutes until we've been here for 4 hours.
Yeah, we've been here longer.
I only
so.
have to go in like 20 minutes.
Yeah,
Well,
let
wait,
me
more like 12.
let me try and great, we're having to rush through the White Hunt. Oh my goodness.
How about no? This is the point I've been waiting for this entire book, and we're not going to just rush over this shit.
Okay, so
I have
let's say
literally
that we
waited
get
this
let's say that we get to the White Hunt, and then we take the rest of the chapter and the next time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I
okay.
have waited this entire book, this entire series. How many chapters? How many streams have we done?
This is part 18.
Yeah, I have waited 18, 17 because I didn't get on the first one. Not just for you to rush past the White Hunt. No, fuck that. I want to get my money's worth.
Okay, so we'll stop when we get to the White Hunt, and then we'll take that and the next chapter on the next Dragon Slaying stream.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let me.
Yeah, we can do that because
It's like
That's
5
the episode
pages
that
on the
broke
White Hunt.
me. I'm like,
It's
I am dedicated.
It's 5 episodes on the White Hunt. Oh my goodness.
Oh,
five
God.
pages on the White Hunt. Oh my god.
Okay, so according to Dragon Demands, it's just this chapter and the next until they get to the White Hunt.
What?
Dragon Man? No, he says that he says just finish what Coleman said. The next section on the right side of the page there is about the White Hunt.
Oh man.
That's what Dragon Demand says. Yeah, he says Dragon Demand suggests we do the White Hunt and next chapter for the next episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we made a choice to just go with it this season. You can sit at home and do the math for how long it took boats to get from point A to point B, and whatever that was, yeah, that's what it was. Oh, come on.
Bull fucking shit again.
It was our
This
decision,
is
so
the same.
that's how
This
we
is
did
the
it.
same as like the Portals ripoff in The Rise of Skywalker. Like apparently they can just teleport from across the galaxy tens of thousands of light years in seconds. This breaks the entire universe.
Even worse than the Hold'em maneuver did.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's no tech in Game of Thrones of that equivalent.
Because it made sense because we wrote it that way. So shut up.
I'm the normie here, and I can smell this shit a mile away. Ugh.
Okay. So
I have no nose, but I can smell this shit from a mile away.
So there was always going to be something that people had that there was always somebody everybody had got to graft onto, and I guess that outrage was better than others.
What?
What?
That sentence makes absolutely no sense at all.
Graft? A suit or scion inserted into a slit of stock
Yeah,
from which to receive stock. Don't you mean they had to got to grab onto? What graft? What graft?
Graft
What?
refers to
graft
transplantation. Or transplant. Just transplants.
True.
It's not the first.
Yeah,
that's
grab.
mistake.
Grab is a way better word to use there.
Like, but why graft just makes no sense as a choice.
This isn't the first or even the worst time they've done that, though. Not understood basic English vocabulary.
This is true. That's true. Okay. Let me check how long. Let me really quickly check how long they spent on the White Hunt.
No, wait, just close your screen share, and then you can check it so we don't get
Well, I have
spoiled
it on
on
my-
anything.
I have my iPad, so I have my iPad.
Oh,
open
rich
too.
person.
It's only $400, and it's old. It's like an iPad Mini.
Yeah,
So
Becca's pointing out in the chat, it's just angry fans who didn't get what you wanted.
Oh,
Okay,
wow.
Becca.
So
Fan.
it's okay. So 40, 47, 48, 49. Oh, it's only like 3. It's okay. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. It goes into
5 pages on the White Hunt, not a paragraph on Alexander Siddig.
Not even one on Alexander Sig. I don't think he's even mentioned.
Yeah, he's not been mentioned once. Bit of sour grapes there, maybe? I don't know. Not
Wait,
sour
they
grapes.
didn't even talk about Tyrion's plan.
Nope. Oh,
nope.
Oh, wait. We're almost done. We have like 5 pages. We have like 5 pages left and we're finished.
Aren't we?
So,
weren't we
well,
gonna do-
We've been here for 3
Four.
minutes, for 3 hours and 45 minutes.
Wow,
The
you have
White
such a
Hunt
short one.
deserves a much bigger thing than this.
Yes.
Yeah, let's just go
All
back.
right. The White Hunt. You remember that bit where they had to go get a white to try and prove to Cersei the army of the dead is real. We're not
Because
memeing
Cersei-
here.
Because
Oh.
Cersei is a player for some reason, and no one remembers no one cares that she blew up the sept for some reason.
Oh,
And-
remember
Okay.
the part where the spear just drove past Drogon? Remember the
Okay.
part where we showed it to you? That was great.
Yeah. I wish that I will okay, I wish that I could share like this book so that somebody could just like go through it and take screenshots. Yeah. But I will like maybe I'll just put a link or something, I don't know. Okay, so next week
Next week
I know
we'll
I'm not-
go through the White Hunt and then chapter 19, is it?
Not 19. We've kind of done. Occasionally, we've been able to do 2 in one day. Two
Okay, so
chapters
which
in
one are we
day.
at? 26?
27 is the one after this, and it's only 9 pages.
Yeah, this chapter was just so chock full of shit. Like,
And then,
holy crap!
And then
Yeah,
Long Night has-
imagine if you fill an entire bunker with the
Yeah.
giant shit from Jurassic Park.
Okay, so here's the math breakdown on this. Sword of Homecoming is 9 pages, so I'm assuming that is in relation to Season 8, Episode 1 and 2. Then the Walks and Talks is 8 pages, and then the Long Night has 22.
Dear God.
22 pages for the Long Night. That's going to be a
Yeah.
jongler.
Yeah, it's like 68 pages, 368 to 391.
Did they do?
I have a feeling that that's going to be a 3-parter or something.
Pardon me, but
Or
did we
something.
Pardon me, but did we just do season 7 all in one single chapter?
Pretty much, yeah.
Well, they wouldn't want to elaborate on all the plot holes and shit, so they had to skip past all the bullshit. All the stuff they can't defend.
Oh, but they showed us some stuff that they can defend, like people being put on fire and that. Because that's
Yeah.
hey.
So okay, so here's how the math breaks down. Literally breaks down. Okay, so 351 to 360 is a Sword of Homecoming. Then Walks and Talks is 360 to 368. The Longest Night is 368 to 391. So that's 24 pages, 23 pages. And then The Things We Love Destroy Us is 391 to 409, which is a set 18 pages.
Is that episode 4 of season 8?
I think the things we
It might be season 4 or season 5 or season.
I think it's
season.
8. I think it's
episode. It could be episode 4, 5, or 6. Really,
I think it's 5. I think it is 5. It's got to be 5. And then since 31 is many partings, and that's 409 to
oh my
26.
God, they're literally doing the Lord of the Rings. Holy shit!
Yeah, I remember that now. God help us. God no, just shut up.
Yeah, many partings is.
It is
many
the winter
partings,
contingency. God help us all.
Good
many
Lord.
partings, which is 409 to 476. So that's about 17 pages on that. And then Now the Watch is Ended, which is 11 pages, and then the credits. Wow.
Okay, so I reckon we should be able to get through all of those individually in one stream each, except for The Longest Night.
Oh, yes.
The shortest night, you would actually say.
Yeah, shortest night.
For 4 months, might be longer, since sometimes we've taken a break to do
Wait a
other
second, I
things.
think I'll actually check this up. When was the first one?
The longest
Lord Captain Commander done. Videos.
I have a playlist.
Yeah, there's a playlist of them.
Yeah, I need to add a
Playlist.
couple of them to it.
Fire cannot kill a dragon. Reading, examining fire cannot kill a dragon. James Sibbert's attempt to gaslight the fans. That was in October of 2020.
So almost 6 months. Actually, literally almost 6 months in a few days. We've been doing this book for 6 months.
Yeah, because we had to take a
and I
break.
only recently got on.
Yep.
Yeah. We've been in for the long haul. I joined in on episode 2.
We're very close. We're very close. We are 100 pages short of finishing this book.
Oh, thank God.
Someone's gotta do it.
Yeah, this is probably the worst chapter that we've had so far. This has been the one that made us go like, "What?
Oh my
is
God!"
going on
This was
the most?"
definitely the most what the fuck chapter so far.
Yeah.
People literally falling through the boards of a ship. Like, holy shit.
Getting the rig set on fire.
Getting choked, like having fear of being choked.
I'm
On
just
top
imagining.
of the fear of heights and being high in the air.
I'm just imagining some Final Destination type shit where they just fall to the floor and just get impaled by some shit.
Well, the pilot in season 1 was bad, but this made us go like, "WTF?" far more.
So with the pilot, it's like it's incompetent writing. This is like literally
Incompetent
endangering
management.
people left and right.
Yeah,
I do know at one point, like apparently, like this one of the prostitutes was wearing nothing in a really icy cold set, and she fainted, and she passed out for like a half hour or something. Needed to be had medical attention. That.
Yeah, no. You can add like the
and the getting hoisted up.
when she had. Wait, did they know beforehand that she was afraid of heights?
Probably not. They don't. They tend to not know about that.
They tend to not know anything.
True. So, yeah, this has definitely been us going mostly.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
And
But even I couldn't have come up with something like this.
Like, I am surprised that no one has ever been covering this. Like, there is so much shit. Like, I was like, this is like something like you would give to like Moeller and shit, so he can do his episode 6 review.
Maybe we should probably
Yeah.
tag him in this tweet rampage that we're planning to go on.
yeah, he's
Yeah.
like, "Hey Mahler, please report on this. It will make it so much better."
Does anyone here know Mahler?
I mean,
know
I have
people who know
joined in a
him.
VC chat with him once or twice.
Yeah.
I'm on his Discord.
I had
Most of us are.
tried to.
actually.
I'm actually considering leaving his Discord since I'm not really up to anything on there.
Yeah, I was.
Oh.
I tried to get him attention to our streams. I don't
Yeah.
know if he watched it.
Maybe. But we can definitely say that Mr. Benioff, I think we'll end this stream with this particular meme since it feels appropriate.
Okay,
Well,
one.
Danny kind of forgot about the Iron Fleet and Euron's forces. They certainly haven't forgotten about her.